Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never heard that phrase ever uttered in my life.
Oh, yeah.
KFC Radio today is brought to you by Mango Shotta. This is a new flavored tequila. It's mango jalapeno, so you get a little bit of sweet and a little bit of the hot.
You tell me it's spicy margarita in a shot?
Oh, baby. Yeah, you can serve it as a spicy margarita, or you can drink it straight up on the rocks. You can serve it as a chilled shot. You drink it out of a cup with the tahini rim, with that flavored rim. It is the perfect
This
blend.
sounds like the kind of popsicles I eat.
Maybe you should turn it into popsicle.
An explosion of flavor.
Put these in your freezer and turn it into a mango shotta alcoholic adult popsicle. Crazy. Sweet as mango, but still a spicy bitch. So hashtag take a shotta with mango shotta. So stay spicy right now and go to mangoshotta.com and get yours. Tequila with natural flavors. Sweet and spicy. Go get it. It's another edition of Barstool Sports. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. You know how many Barstool dreams came true this past week, man? Barstool just making dreams come true out here. You got Cito, the chicks, Fran and Rhea get to go to Fiji. Dana Beers in a little over 2 months, and 2 cases of beers. Gets to chug a beer on stage with Luke Combs. Glenny Balls gets his dream car purchased for him by an OnlyFans model.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere you look, you're flying to fucking Italy to become a male model. Everywhere you look, Barstool's making dreams come true. Like one gigantic Make-A-Wish. Mincy gets a paycheck. I mean, the place is just, it's one big fucking, when are we going to wake up? I'm in Inception. I'm going to spin the thing. Is this a dream or not? I don't know.
The Dana one was my favorite. Glenny,
I'm debating. I think Glenny, okay, you talk. Let's argue who had the better dream come true.
Well, Dana, I love Dana.
He's the best.
Love Dana. And so
He's like a living legend. Like for in his craft, in what he does, he might be the best in the world at his thing.
But I was at Twisters Friday night. So I just didn't check social media or anything like that after. So the next morning I wake up and looked at Twitter and I saw a tweet that was like, "This is how you celebrate a release day." And it was just, this is how you celebrate Twisters release day. And I had just sent a tweet about Twisters. I saw that. I was like, fuck yeah, more Twisters content. And I'm watching it. And I was like,
you're the Leo. Like,
is that Dana Beers in the background? So
dude, he didn't know it was him. You know that?
Yeah, I immediately texted Dana and he's like, dude, I was disappointed. At first, he's like, I was disappointed because I thought it was just gonna be me and Luke, and I was like, who are these schmoes coming up here and stealing my shine? He told me the same thing.
He said, "quote I thought I was the main attraction." The fact that his tweet said, apparently this is Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
like that also like reads to me like you don't even know who Glenn Powell is,
right?
And then you didn't know
Dana knows beer. Dana knows beer and basketball rosters.
Yep. But we are going to enter an interesting space with him right now. This is already, he did it once, but it's already a thing.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to do this to anybody. He's going to strong arm anybody he wants into drinking a beer. Stone Cold's in the crosshairs right now. The minute that Dana just goes and gets a 6-pack of Broken Skull Ranch,
yeah,
Stone Cold will do it. Like, okay, let's get this done, you know? So where does it end, or how many targets does he... You know, the fact, like the new video where it's just like day one, he's got that puppy dog smile. Like, I'm
when
doing
does
it
he
again,
drink all
bitches.
these beers?
All day, man.
You can't drink them every day, right?
All day.
Just because, like, it's just like you can't drink every day. Just because, like, when you drink one beer and then you edit the video, he's got to be doing this like Saturday. You have 10 beers and you bang some, right?
I don't think so. You are you claiming that Dana Beers is like a fraud? Like he's faking this?
I wouldn't even consider that fraudish. Like, but
it says like day one of, day two of. It would be fraudulent if it was just like I tied one on, I changed my shirts.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to know if that's the case. Maybe I was being naive. Do you guys all think that? I thought he was drinking a beer every day.
It's just one a day, right?
I'm not even saying it's like he's drinking too much. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it just seems like you know, if you got a regular work day, you chug one at 6 and then edit it.
John. He is the beer guy. He drinks it at 10. He drinks it at 2. He drinks it at 7. He drinks it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, this is
yeah,
like,
I don't know why I think we work at like fucking like what, did Dana have a beer at lunch? Who fucking cares?
it's like his job. You know, it's also for him, it's like, you know, having a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You know, we have coffee every day. Yeah. And I mean, I think at this point he's drinking all sorts of brands, right?
Yes, I believe
Like,
so.
you got to be a bonehead to not ride this wave. If you're
but you can't because you're chugging. Like I don't know. I know
True.
alcohol is very strict with. Like,
what about if you're like a local brew though? You know, still
I
probably
think
can't.
all that is pretty. Like, heavily
I
regulated.
would then. I guess this is illegal, but I would like do it on the low. You know, be like, we can't endorse this, but like,
Yeah.
you know, there you go. I love the "I got one more in me" shirt.
It's a great shirt.
Great phrase.
Yeah.
Great, everyone said it. But that picture's an all-timer where Dana's like, "Who are you?" That's all. One of my favorite things about Barstool is when people meet actual celebrities, and it's like, I know you can't comprehend this, but in my circle, I'm probably bigger than you in your circle. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. But trust me, there's probably as many people reacting, probably more people reacting to this video because of me than because of you, which is kind of crazy. We all knew this was in the bag when he did it with Waka Flocka, right? That was the turning point. That was day like 55 or something like that. He made a video with Waka Flocka, and I think that's Luke Combs finally took note of that.
Did he? I thought Luke Combs took note a while ago.
And he was just letting it simmer, like
Well,
letting
no,
it bubble.
I think he said like let's set it up like months ago.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I thought so.
And then did Dana? I also don't want to know that either. Then I want it to be like it took me 63 days. You know, 60.
I don't know exactly when it was, but Luke Combs. So maybe it was maybe it was post Waka. I'm not sure.
I think
but
on
Luke,
the Waka video he commented.
So maybe
how
I
did
knew he
set this up?
commented on one. I thought it was a different one.
I'm pretty sure it was that. Right?
Oh yeah, it is the Waka one. Okay.
And that's his quote. Yeah. So and Dana happened to have tickets already, right? Like that's, or he probably bought them. Shout out Gametime, got the tickets. But now Stone Cold's next, and yeah, truly, what I love is, and this is always how, you know, this is always the thing when it comes to content, is for whatever reason, Dana truly, in his heart of hearts, picked Luke Combs first, you know?
Yeah.
Now, the second one is probably a little more like, who should I do? And like, not that Stone Cold's not the fucking man, and that Dana would love to do Stone Cold, but now from here on out, it's a little bit of a thing, a little bit of content. Whereas in the beginning, he was just like, I want to fucking have a beer with Luke Combs. You know. By the way, I must say, shout out to Dana's wife now, or fiance. Beautiful girl, to the point that I thought she was Luke Combs' girl.
Yeah. She,
you know, like they had a picture of the three of them.
And I was like, I don't remember seeing her in Twisters.
Yeah. Right. I was like, oh wow, Dana's on stage with Luke Combs and his wife, who, of course, like Luke Combs' wife is gonna be a knockout because she's a superstar. And I was like, oh, that's Mrs. Beers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So good for him on many levels.
Yeah,
However,
congratulations to Dana for hiding his career for her for so long.
However, at the end of the day, Glennard Balls getting a dream car purchased for him. It's Mad Libs. Glenny, dream car purchased by an OnlyFans girl, and the dream car is this like glorified
Moki.
Jeep what is it?
A Moki.
A Moki.
Yeah.
Is it, that's now you wanted a Psyche?
Kai. It's spelled Kei, I believe.
Are these
I
these in the
Key.
same universe or no?
No,
This is different.
Yeah, this is like a beach wagon.
This is a beach. So this is like
My truck is a real truck.
I saw what I
a truck.
think. I mean, it's not a truck.
It's a
like
very popular truck in rural Japan.
where you like can't take up, where roads are like this big and all that.
Same size bed as all trucks though. I just, I'm comfortable enough in my masculinity. I don't need an F-350. I got all I need is that bed, baby.
This guy being like, my truck's a truck in rural Japan. But this thing, what's it called again?
A Moki.
A Moki.
M-O-K-E, I believe.
Jeep
I'm
and a
right.
golf cart had a baby, and then he goes on and customizes it, baby blue with like a red bumper and I think like striped seats, turns it into this fucking piece of art. And Homegirl just buys it on the spot for him.
Yeah.
What's her name? She's pretty famous.
Fit Bryce Adams.
Fit Bryce Adams, right?
Yeah.
She's like in that world. I think she's
I believe, according to Glenny's tweet, she's the number one OnlyFans person. I'm the one person on OnlyFans.
And this kind of stuff's awesome. When you do this with your money, this is awesome.
This is awesome for it. Like, I would have the exact reaction Glenny had, but I don't think I'd cave. I would not let someone buy.
So that's the problem. That was my question too. That's why I think it's great, because it's like, I think if other people did it, it would be like, I don't know about that dude, but Glenny is just like. He protested a lot, and she was
Glenny's done absolutely nothing wrong. It's just a personal thing for me.
Yeah.
I would never be able to drive it without thinking like, it's not even like, oh, someone bought me a car. I don't even care about that. I'd be worried. It's the same reason I don't like doing like fucking Instagram posts and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
because then it just ruins the experience for me. Because I'm worried if I held up my end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Did you get enough attention for this?
But do you think? I think sometimes people do it for fun. Sometimes people do it like out of like, actual generosity, like Clooney putting a fucking duffel bag of money in front of his boys. But then sometimes I think people do this shit for, to go viral. Or
that's what this is for.
Right.
Because if you watch the clip, like the husband comes in and like on some business shit.
Yeah, like
where he like looks at the price and he's like, okay, come pick it up at the ranch, film a video there.
Right.
And because then like every time I'd be like, I don't know if they got enough subscribers. Like this fucking.
But I wonder on the other side of things too, if like, I think Glenny will deliver on this, like no problem. But if you do this with other people and it's like, well, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, right.
Like I just dropped fucking $30,000 and this person like sent a shitty tweet.
Yeah.
Like, nope, that was not worth it.
I still think about it with Bert. I'm like, did Bert get enough like attention? Did we do good enough for him?
But I also feel like Bert at the like all at once is 100% content brain, but 100% like do awesome shit brain.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't have any regrets about that, but I still sometimes think like, did I do good enough? Whereas like when I always think about when people like influencers and stuff like that go on vacation, they like reach out to the hotel and I would never do any of that because I'm just like, I don't want it to spoil. Like I'm gonna pay you money and I'm gonna fucking we're gonna be completely separate people.
I get that, but also you should probably just stop worrying about that and get a bunch of free shit. Because it's one thing if you are like you own your own small business and you buy me something and it's like that was like your rent for the month and you need to make it back. Like a fucking 5-star hotel, one room out of like 1 billion across the world. You can give it to me for a couple nights.
My thinking is illogical. It should be fuck them. Who gives a shit? But it just like. I don't know. It bothers me.
Well, while we speak on this, I got to give a shout out to McElroy Moving in Westchester. They moved my parents and my sister. And a lot of times people do. There's been a lot of moving at Barstool, and like everybody gives a shout out to the moving company, and then the moving company, hooks you up, and everybody wins. But these guys were like, they went above and beyond. The review I got for this move, McElroy Moving, if you're in Westchester, New York, and you're doing local moving, these guys were going up like flights of stairs that were like ladders. They were knocking down. They mounted my sister's TV like up on like the ceiling because there's this weird room that she moved into where like there's only wall room that's like high up. So they're on ladders mounting things. They had to take apart. They did like a couch surgeon thing because one of the doorways was too skinny, and they did all of it. It was a team of like 4 or 5 guys. So if you are moving anywhere in I think they're from like Harrison and White Plains area. If you need movers, go to it was Brian McElroy Moving. They fucking killed it. But the and then to top it all off, the girls going to Fiji. They I was thinking, man, if I got invited to Fiji for something, I would have to you'd have to put me in like a first class like bed.
Oh, I imagine they did.
Yeah. But if I got like invited and they were like, you're just flying normal to Fiji, I think I would say no. It's a 15-hour flight. Imagine like if you're just sitting like middle on a fucking flight to Fiji. I think I'd be like, I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks.
I did middle to L.A. recently, and that was fine. But
bro, we're talking like 2.5 times.
Yeah,
that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was surprised when I landed how fine I was with that, and then But then, yeah, doubling it would be
absolutely nuts. They the girls got to go for like the episode leading. Were they there for the finale? Do you know? I think they were there to like set the finale.
I think it was like on After Sun.
They went on After Sun, but I think it was just like the episodes leading up to it, which Love Island became like one of the hottest things this summer. Bro, did you see the dude? I don't even know how to talk about this because I feel bad for him. They one of like the main guys that leaked. There's a leak from his phone with some like.
No. I've been trying to like avoid all USA
out of pocket shit he was doing.
Like what?
Yeah.
He is just on all fours, spreading his ass open.
Is he gay?
No, well, I mean he's hooking up with girls. When I first saw him, I thought he kind of looked like a male stripper. Like he's very like well groomed.
Just the girl's like, I gotta see that asshole.
I was like, they're either into some kinky shit or he's doing some shit with some dudes. He's got a fucking cock on him. Don't get me wrong there. Like when he turned around, I was like, wow, interesting. Good for you.
Well, like this, I've said for a long time, it's a post-nude society. Maybe it's just ramped up. Maybe it's like, I don't want to see your dick. Let me see that fucking.
Well, that's what I mean. Like so
butthole,
either this dude is doing some gay stuff, fine, whatever, or he is like into some kinky play with his girl.
So, dude, Ryan, seemed like a thing I saw. I got a viral tweet, I guess it would be, where someone said like, when you feel her sweat drip on your back with a bunch of like greater than signs. And someone just goes, he goes, bro, what position are you in?
Right. Like, how does that fucking work? It's funny though, because like if this video was 2 seconds long and it was a leak, it would be the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah.
From when he turns around, but it's like 4 seconds, and the first two really ruins the last two. Like everyone knows that you got a great dick, but they also know the tweet was. The tweet I saw was, I just saw, I don't want to put his name. I mean, everyone sees it, but I still don't think we should be promoting it. So it just said, I just saw blah, blah, blah from Love Island on my timeline. I just saw his caved in asshole on my timeline. But what's crazy about that show is Love Island USA was not as popular. And they went into it being like, I'm going on this reality show that's like middle of the road. And then they exploded, and you don't have phones or anything. So I was asking the girls if they knew
live.
how. It's all live. So I was like, did producers like tell them? And Rhea said no. So like, you come up for air, you get voted out, and for better or worse, you're like a famous person now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you go on a show where you know what's about to happen, but to just be like, wow, that was crazy. And then you look at your follower count, you're getting hate, you're getting leaks, you're not ready for that shit, you know? So that's got to be absolutely crazy. I also watched Traitors. Does anybody watch Traitors? Bro, forget about Survivor. Get Survivor out of here. Traitors is fire.
What is that on?
Traitors is on Peacock. There's UK and USA.
Traitors, Traitor.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Have you seen it?
No, but I know it.
I guess it's kind of like that game Among Us. People played that. It's like there's 20.
Oh wait, no. Yes, like traitor, like you're a traitor.
Traitor, Traitor.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's with like all the villains, right?
So there's 22 people. 3 people are traitors. The rest are called faithfuls.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about a different show then.
And you live in a castle for like a month. And the 3 traitors every night or every however many days they do these things, every ceremony or whatever. Or no, every night you just leave a letter for someone in their like bedroom that says you've been murdered. And they go. And then also every night is a vote off process. So 2 people go, one gets murdered and one gets voted off. And the idea is all the faithfuls need to find the traitors. And as soon as they get all of them out of the game, they split the money. And as long as there's a traitor, it keeps going. And if the traitor ends up surviving in the end, they keep all the money.
Yeah.
But it becomes very, so if you're a traitor, think about how you didn't, you weren't as engaged as much, but like the stress for like just a couple days of like lying to some people and avoiding some people and shit like that. When you're a traitor, you're from start to finish. Yeah. And so during the day, they all compete together. There's no like immunity challenges. It's like we do a bunch of cool shit to raise the pot. Like they had a cool one that it had lasers like in Entrapment, and you had to like steal stuff and get through the lasers, and everybody did it together, and they got like $50,000 more to raise the pot. And shit, I keep hitting this. And then in the end, you know, either the good guys or the bad guys get it. But the people who were traitors, you end up being friends with these people. You're talking to them all the time. You're living with them for a month, and you're just lying to their face for like weeks and weeks on end. It has some very cool gameplay that I think is almost like even a notch above Survivor.
This sounds a lot like a card game Nick Tyranny likes a lot. I've played with him before, where it's like wolves and village people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same sort of idea.
You have to catch the wolves, but like you just kind of sit there playing the card game. But like it's like the village people. You like close your eyes and then you get taught. You just get your hand touched and you're dead. And then like you have to, and then everyone opens their eyes and you try and decide
who it was.
Yes. And you close your eyes again.
It's very much like that.
Yeah.
What's interesting, there must be some sort of clause that you sign though. That's like if you ruin the game, you have to give us like $1 million. Because if you were to get, like if we were both traitors and you like decided to backstab me or something, because the traitors can also vote each other off and kill each other. I could just be like, it's him, he's a traitor. Like the whole fucking game is ruined, you know? So it's like you have to do these arguments and these round table discussions where you're being honest but not too honest. It was really, really good. And then so the UK, I watched season 1 of the UK, so I was like the OG first one. Now in the America, it's got like Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan and like
okay, so maybe I think I am thinking about the same show then.
Yeah.
Like
so,
everyone is like from a excuse me. From a prior reality show, and they were like the villain in the bad in the
No,
old
that's
real.
something else.
Oh, that is something
That's
else.
like with Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what that's.
yeah, that I think it's called something like The Villains or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know. There's so many of them,
that.
but Traitors was fucking, and because it was like, you know, in Survivor, you know certain things now. You know, it's like, well, if I backstab him, he's gonna be in the trial at the end and know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was like the first go round, so there were people making mistakes that I think like after the fact I was like, oh, of course that's gonna happen. But we never saw it before. We never knew how this shit works. So this is the USA one. I don't like it with like C-list celebs. I thought it was cool with just regular people.
Yeah.
Because when you come in as a quote unquote celebrity, or you already have money or fame or whatever, so yeah, CT's in it. I don't know. That ruins it for me.
Agree.
You know, it's like a lot of these people were like,
Yeah, this is the show I was thinking of.
yeah.
No, you're thinking of House of Villains.
Is this guy the host of that too? I recognize his host.
House of Villains, I
Maybe
think,
I-
also
maybe
looks
I-
the same though. I think it's very like Castle-y type vibe. There's so many of these things, so I'm sure like some of them suck, but when they hit, they fucking hit, man. That was.
I think I'm just confusing.
You're just blending the two. Yeah. But I highly, highly recommend that. And then we got a big week. We got Deadpool 2. Twisters just came out. You saw that already?
Dude, I had a week. I'm starting Thursday night. I've just been fucking seeing awesome shit. Saw Long Legs Thursday night.
Yeah, you recommended that to me.
Fucking
Saying
awesome. I don't even like horror movies. But that's because it's not a horror movie. It's like True Detective season 1.
Whoa,
Like
high
but
praise.
like the last like this. It's a thriller. It's like a cop procedural thriller that's also scary. And
Interesting.
So it's kind of. I said like maybe the last 2 episodes of True Detective 1, where you're like, it's got like the ritualistic stuff. I don't know. It's fucking awesome.
yeah,
I really
okay.
like Long Legs. Twisters was, buddy. We're back. Dude, we are all the
Twister.
way back with theaters.
Twister, let's call it Twister 1, is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I feel like it does not get mentioned alongside with like the Jurassic
I
Parks
was surprised
and all
to see
that.
this even get a sequel. I didn't really know we loved. I did, but like I didn't know like the world loved
We
Twister
took that
like
shit
that.
for granted. What was this, 1996? 95, 96? Like, we were in the golden era, 96. Those movies came out every year. Independence Day, Jurassic Park, The Rock, fucking Twister, and it was always these blockbusters that were original, and they hit, and same thing with like rap music in that same exact era where you were listening to classics every day and you didn't even realize it until we reached this era of like there's still plenty of good shit, but it's like, oh man, like this
Dude,
was
this
smash
it follows it like Not to a T, 'cause it's a completely different story. There's no connection between the characters. Like no one's like Bill Paxton's son or anything.
Oh,
like
I thought it was gonna be like that.
It's Bill Paxton's son actually does have a cameo in it, his real son, but like there's no connection from 1 to 2.
Interesting.
But I'd forgotten about how the opening scene sets the tone for Twister. When her dad is trying to shut the thing, he goes flying out because he goes to save the dog, and that, you're like, that happens. You're like, holy shit! We're about to watch.
Buckle up.
Yeah,
literally, because the belt saves them at one point. They buckle up, and the
opening scene is intense. It's intense.
Yeah,
and I saw it 10 p.m. Friday night, Midtown Manhattan, packed theater, and then there's after it ends and it's like a lull, and someone just goes, wow, and then that got people gassed up, so everyone started clapping.
Wow.
And then I was just like, this is a movie. I was caught myself halfway through a movie. I was just so like this is a movie. Oh my god, what am I doing? Shut the fuck up. It was.
That's why you can't beat the theater experience, though. You know.
It was. I had so much. Dude, the opening scene's awesome. I had so much adrenaline going, and then when she broke the ice, because it was just a silence in the room where everyone was like, what the hell? She broke the ice, then some other people started hooting and hollering, and I was just like, let's fucking go! It was fucking...
That is amazing.
It's so... I have not been an anti-Glenn Powell guy. I like Glenn Powell very much, but I have been the... I don't see
Unsure.
it yet.
Yeah.
Because it really... he hasn't... It's been this year. Before this year, he hasn't really done... He was obviously Maverick, but then, I don't know. He had
that Sydney Sweeney movie though, was not a action movie, but that got a lot of buzz for him being he's the leading man with the hottest chick right now. I think that actually helped.
But then Hitman was the one where everyone was like, it's clear he's a movie star, and I saw Hitman and I was like, it's good. I really liked it, but I didn't come out being like, that's the guy. Came out of Twisters. I was like, that's the fucking guy right there.
He's quite handsome.
I mean, he has, because in this movie he's a YouTuber, and he's like a YouTuber storm chaser, and so there's a lot of scenes where it's kind of like a weird angle, like how a YouTuber would hold it, and I just kept thinking, I was like, if that was me from that angle, I would look like a fucking washed up jellyfish. And this motherfucker looks like he could cut a fucking steak. Just take that jawline and fucking sear right there. It's great. It is such a fucking good. I'm gonna go see it again tonight. It's awesome.
Yeah, I still got to see that. This is gonna be a big week with Twisters and Deadpool together. It's gonna be, and then all of it, John, all of it is playing for second place up against episode 7, season 1 of Presumed Innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, dog. That was truly one of the best TV episodes I've seen in a long time. If you have not watched Presumed Innocent, it was already a pretty popular TV show this season, this summer, season 1. And I had seen, I was watching it from Jump Street, but I saw every week people started to talk about it more, and because I watch a couple things on Apple TV that I don't think anybody else watches. I think I'm the only person in the world, but I love them. But I'm just watching them by myself basically. And I was like, Gyllenhaal's too big for it to be that, but it wasn't getting much buzz. And then the last couple started to build, and then this one was a fucking home run. I mean, it's rare that you get a TV show that has let's call it 4. I think they had 4 moments or scenes that would have been the defining moment of any episode, and there was 4 of them. It was oh shit, wait a minute, oh shit, from the acting to the dialogue to the physical shit, it was awesome. I'm praying to God. Some fucking dickhead just tweeted me the ending because it's a movie, you know. I'm praying to God that they did a switch up for the series, because they sometimes do that, you know, with
from the movie and the book,
because it's easier to just if you think there's 4.
I don't think so.
You think they're gonna do it?
I think you keep the end usually.
But but I'll say this: the fact that they're doing season 2 is weird.
Yeah.
So that it has to take on a life of its own past the book or past the movie.
Dude,
also when you have 4 different suspects, and they all could be. You could just be well, it was that one for the movie, but this one, I think Broadchurch did that. Remember Broadchurch?
I remember.
I think they switched that up.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a book.
But also, you're a fucking asshole if you do that.
I know a cool thing in Broadchurch. If you've seen it, God, I can't remember her name. She's so famous. She's so good. What's her name? Fucking.
Give me a hint.
Emmy winner. She's in The Crown. What's her name? Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
They never told her. So before the final scene of Broadchurch, when she's walking into she doesn't know who's.
That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do
and
it.
It's a very emotional scene. So she had no idea, and she opened the door and just went into that. Because
you're floored.
She's very emotional.
And you got to keep your acting going. I saw a movie Instagram thread that was top 10 improvised scenes. I wish I could remember it off the top of my head so we could pull it up now. But some great ones that are improvised. The Robin Williams Good Will Hunting one.
Yeah.
Is famously it. The McConaughey in the one with Leo, Wolf of Wall Street. Gyllenhaal when I think it's in
Nightcrawler. Probably.
Nightcrawler, he sliced his hand on the mirror.
I actually haven't seen Nightcrawler.
And Leo and Django when he licks the fucking blood on Kerry Washington. But I was thinking about Jack Nicholson when he pulls a gun on Leo in The Departed.
Oh, really?
That was not in the script. So he it's when they're meeting in that bar and he suspects Leo and he kind of just has a gun and he's just pointing at him like this. He's shaking it at him.
I don't even remember that really.
It's to me that's where movie stars are movie stars.
Yeah.
Because I would just not have the balls to be because you got to be a little bit sneaky and cheeky about it where you're okay, that's the script. Okay, director, we're good. And then just be I'm going rogue.
Yeah.
And all your everybody on the set knows to just keep rolling, and your castmate knows to just play along with it, and it could go terrible, and people could hate you and just be stick to the fucking script. Or I didn't realize the Good Will Hunting one where he's talking about his wife farting in bed. The camera shakes a little bit. Because they said the cameraman was laughing, and Leo and Matt Damon is laughing really hard in it, and he is because it's all made up.
Yeah.
He's she used to wake herself up, and she blamed the dog, and they're all laughing about it. That is to me that's the equivalent of an athlete taking over a game, where it's he threw the playbook out the window, hurry up offense, and he just fucking scored every touchdown. That is where I think actors really, really shine. Also, I wonder sometimes, if I was making a movie, I would be let's make up a story about this shit. You know what I mean? My promotion would be that was improvised. Yeah. He just made that up on his own because people eat that shit up, and it's nope, we wrote that.
You said something about the spoiler for Pursuit Innocent. It's one of the craziest things of all time. Luckily, Paz wasn't in the room. We were doing a sketch last week, and Sass came and. He was I saw Longlegs last night, and it was just me and Greer in the room. And I was oh, how was it? And he goes, it kind of sucked, yada, 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 yada. And as he was talking, in my head, I was wait,
you said that.
Is he telling us the ending of the movie? And then, so I went to see the movie that night, and I was yeah! He told us that was the ending of the movie. Didn't even give a spoiler warning. Didn't give
for a movie that's been out for 4 days, right?
It was. He did it so casual and so nonchalant that I as he was talking, it was still I was talking to myself in my head. I was there's no way he could have just done that, right? That'd be crazy if he just said that.
That's wildly socially. You have no social etiquette. If I think I have my whole opinion of Sass has changed. You can't trust that guy ever again. He's a loaded gun. If you're gonna do that to people, that's crazy.
No, do you guys mind if I spoil it, or do you guys want to know the ending? It's just blah blah blah. It was. I was so taken aback. That can't be how it ends. And I'm watching the movie, and I'm I don't think he's right. That doesn't seem right. Yeah.
It was sure enough. Have you watched Twister yet? You got to watch Twister tonight. Have you seen Twister, the original?
No.
I was asking John. I don't. Maybe fans have some input on it. There's always. I would love to be a TV, movie, and entertainment guy through and through. That's what we do here. We're basically already there. We might as well make it our niche and do it right and and make great content of like just being known as the TV entertainment movie reviewers, recappers, Easter eggs, all that sort of shit. But you always run into the problem of like, do you spoil it for people, or do you try to tiptoe around it and then the content kind of sucks? You cut out a whole bunch of people who are not watching the show, you lose viewers. So there's all these problems with it, and then you have like problems with rights. Can we air it? Can we show it? I don't know. But hearing some of the times that these guys, the things they haven't seen, and we know and love them, I would love some sort of content where we watch it with them. But John made a good point that when we were talking about it, when you watch a movie, you want people to shut the fuck up. So it's hard to like turn on this movie and have these two, talking. But I like the, commercial breaks were a blessing that people never, we took commercial breaks for granted, because if there was commercials and you could come back for the commercial and there's a little bit of commentary from Pabs and Jackie the first time they've seen it, and then us laughing at them, blah, 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 and you get back into the movie, I think it would be incredible. I don't know how to do it, but if anybody has any ideas of how to make
I said that
content
I
like
used
that.
to love Dinner in a Movie. I think it was Dave Holmes used to do it. I was a big Dinner in a Movie guy.
That was on like TBS, right?
Yeah, TBS.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
they would they actually cook something?
Cook stuff too.
Yeah, so they'd be cooking and talking and setting up the plot, coming in and out of commercials, and then
It's,
you watch
don't
the
get me wrong,
movie.
it's objectively wildly unnecessary what they did.
Yeah,
but it was like, I just loved it. It was like, it was just a shared experience thing. Like,
yes.
I'm watching a movie with somebody.
When you watch, the problem I ran into, and we're doing this with Game of Thrones, it's working with Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, but it's a little different in that when Barstool started, specifically with sports, we took the notion of people are sick of statistics and analytics and X's and O's and these like journalists who are writing newspaper columns that are like so not real and down to earth. And then we came in being like the sports fans. This is what actual sports fans who follow the teams are saying. And we were irreverent and honest and funny. And that's what people want in sports. So that's why like Barstool worked. And then there's a bunch of other things we applied it to as well. I think the golf world is a great one where it's like, we're not all stuffy and hoity-toity about it. We're just being like regular. But when it comes to TV and entertainment, you usually do want the nerds or the really intensely analytical people that you want to know the secrets and the Easter eggs and the symbolism rather than
as much
just
as
like,
you roll your eyes at Martin Scorsese saying it's not cinema, I want to hear a guy who fucking talks like that.
Yeah, I want cinema.
I
want you to call your movie cinema. Yeah. And like these guys, especially in the Game of Thrones world, they've read all the books, they know the maps, they know the languages, they know everything. Whereas, I'm on the after show with Bob and Clem going, what's his face with the hair?
Yeah.
The guy with the hair who did the thing? I mean, we a lot of people watch it, we have a good time with it, but there's no denying that I think people want like all their Easter eggs and analytics and analysis first. So that's also part of it is like, I feel like some of these people who like cover entertainment, like just watch all day long and take notes and write shit down and all that. But if there is some sort of content out there that people think they would like, or if you have any ideas or whatever, I think we'd be willing to try any of it. Cause I think this would be a good crew to watch some, old movies or review some new movies or, whatever it is. So, what else? Oh yeah. Joe Biden's dead, I think.
Dude,
I think Joe Biden's dead.
My nap schedule is very dangerous for presidential candidates. I slept through this one too. This one was only like an hour.
This
probably.
one was
I missed the
3 o'clock?
assassination by 2 hours. This one I woke up an hour and I like looked at my phone and there was something about Biden dropping out and I was like, that's not gonna happen. And then I like scrolled and I was like, oh, it did.
It already did happen.
Okay.
My guy Steve was on the case again. He got the the assassination to me in like under a minute, and this one to me. He got it from Shams.
Really?
Shams Charania from the NBA. I think was like Biden put out a note first. He broke the news.
Yeah.
But as far as like people who I guess it's just who saw it first and then repeated it first. He scooped like all of the news world, which is kind of crazy.
But it's like, you didn't scoop it. You said Biden.
Yeah. But I'm saying the fact that there was no news network was on it ahead of time. Nobody had any sources. Nobody had anything. You know what I mean? Usually it's like, we've heard imminent like news coming and then Biden tweets it or whatever. And then even like...
Dude, the Wolf Blitzer is the best.
Yeah. Wolf Blitzer, what was he? He was like
drinking
having
a Wolf
beer.
Spritzer.
Yeah.
No, he's drinking a Wolf Spritzer, dude.
I didn't know what to say.
He tweeted... enjoying a wolf spritzer, and an hour and a half later he was on CNN.
Yo,
that was straight up newsroom.
That's a
He
great.
took mushrooms before. He took mushrooms before we killed Bin Laden.
He did.
He in newsroom. Jeff Daniels'
Oh,
character
right,
had taken
right.
mushrooms,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "We
That's
killed
right.
Bin Laden," and he was like,
"Oh fuck!" That was has to be the best promo for wolf spritzers ever, though.
Yeah.
Like, forget whatever fucking video you were filming at this little restaurant, like whatever it was, the bar. Now everyone's seeing this tweet of him. He's holding the menu, and then he's all fucking buttoned up. Wolf Spritzers is an all-time great name.
Yeah.
Like Wolf Spritzer could be sober and hate alcohol. You have to go make the name Wolf Spritzer.
Yeah.
That is so fucking good. Yeah, you never know when that shit's gonna pop off.
I was like 3 hours late on it because on Saturday, 2 people sent me a link. Joe Biden drops out, and I clicked on it both times, and it was a guy with a black dick. And then I was playing college football, and someone said to me, I didn't even bother opening it. And then my dad called me 3 hours later. He's like, "So what do you think?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh, real? Dude, the 18 hours before, there were like at least reports of him like reaffirming everything.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking crazy. I don't know if it's like here's everything you ever dreamed of, go drop out, or like, hey, we'll kill your whole family if you don't drop out. I don't know what changes everything from like the day before. I was starting to get on board with him being stubborn. He was Costanza. Like he was like, let's go to the White House. I'm gonna have 2 solariums in my White House. Like dig your heels in. I ain't dropping out. And then he just dropped out. But it's like, did he? Because all we have is a fucking tweet. Like you can't even.
He's like, "All right, I'll address the nation from the Oval Office," and they're like,
Nah,
dude,
I'll just send a tweet.
Just send a tweet.
Now, to be fair, like, when people are like, you can't like break up over text. I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
I'll drop out of the fucking presidential race via tweet. What's the big deal? But
Dude,
like, you don't have one, my fellow Americans, like, vote for Kamala. Like, it could be a fucking 30-second video, but you gotta do that.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I think he's dead.
When I saw you, I think you quote tweeted someone with Ruth Conda, and I was like, "We're back, baby."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's what Democrats do.
It's Ruth
We
Conda
fucking
season.
make up weird stories about what our kids said.
Dude, the latest, there was 2 that I really, I'm pretty tight with that. Like, I don't like to, because half the time it's somebody being sarcastic and people can't pick up on it, and the other times it's like not the most. It's like I could understand that, but there was 2. You have the one up there, right? But yeah, they that one that was like if your kid is even like talking about Kamala Harris, it better be fake, because that means their life stinks. Their life fucking blows a dick, man. The Shay. This is sometimes where I have to check myself with Rukonda stuff, though, because there was a I don't think I've told this on the podcast, have I? There's a local politician, Jerome something, and he has been on like every YouTube pre-roll.
Oh, really?
In like Jerome Barris or something with a B, and Jerome Lammers, maybe, I don't know, whatever it was. She said to me the other day, like, "Are you voting for Jerome whoever?" And I had seen all the pre-rolls too, because I was like, "God damn, this guy's fucking everywhere." And it's one of those like, Joe Biden kills babies, vote for Joe. And Shay said to me, like, "Do I have to vote for him or should I vote for Joe Biden?" And I was like, wait a minute, fuck, maybe these kids are actually saying this shit. But that's only because I know YouTube was jamming it down your throat. But if you got good, I'm gonna do a video of compiling all of the best Ruth Conda from the inception of what was it, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and what was the guy's name? Chadwick Boseman dying, meeting in heaven together. To Ruth Conda, and there's like dozens. There's so many, man, so fucking many. And then there was one today with that political kid named Harry like Sisman or whatever. So he's like a teenager, probably now 20-something, but he's and it said like tons of people are texting me asking me how can they get involved to help Kamala win. And it's like, no, they the fuck are not. No one is doing that. How could I help Kamala Harris? Like,
dude, the everyone's drawing obviously many comparisons between it and Veep. And I've been rewatching Veep a lot recently, and it just happens to be on the season, like maybe season 6, towards the end of her thing, when she decides her campaign slogan's gonna be, not she doesn't decide, it kind of happens organically, but her campaign slogan's gonna be "Man Up." I saw that, I was like, come on, let's do that.
Get Louis Dreyfus to be on a fucking naked video with her, and like
come on, I was like, everyone's got to fucking man up, vote for me. I think all like the alpha bros are like, wait,
hold up,
is he the pussy? All right, I'll go with Kamala.
Wouldn't it be funny if she
go with Mamala?
If she was like,
is that how do you
Mamala? If she like came out and fucking dazzled, if she was like, yeah, listen, I was the VP, I've been like, I'm supposed to just sit there and be quiet, and if she was just fucking wrecking it, I mean, I don't think she has a fucking. Oh, look, they're hacking into us right now. Here comes the hackers. Did you see what's going on in Bangladesh?
No.
The fucking government turned off the whole internet for the country.
Oh yeah.
There are student protests going on. 3 days, no internet. That's like, there would be a civil war. If you just cut out the whole internet for days on end, the world would stop spinning. I'm gonna go Dante at this point. Throw my fucking my tinfoil hat on.
I was getting that Tommy texted me about the was it the cyber strike? What's it called? CrowdStrike. Tommy.
We've lost Tommy. He's gone.
But he's been. I guess he saw a TikTok about like a power grid thing or something like that, and he's just been telling me for months. He's like, it's going out, and I was like, okay, give me like a time.
Yeah.
Like, give me, when is it gonna go out? And he's like, the deep state's gonna pull it on election day, so Trump loses. And I was like, okay, well, then stop talking to me about it until election day. Then.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and he got a text. He's like, you still think it's not real? And I was like. That's an insane goalpost move. like CrowdStrike, a fucking tech company. There, no power was lost. It wasn't on the election. Like you can't. I was like, you can't claim a win on this. He's like, no, you're asleep. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
I do think that those guys are lying. I don't think you have a faulty update. That's like, that shit does not happen in that world. With those kind of clients, they put it. They call it. You put it in a sandbox first, where you like do it like 100 times over again before it goes live, and you have like 1 million people watching it, and like everybody, at least Twitter fucking experts are like, nobody does updates like in the middle of the day. But there was just 1 million things that were like.
But it was the middle of the night, right? I mean, I woke up and it was happening.
Yeah, I think, but it. I mean, I guess it depends on where in the world you're talking. You know what I mean, but I don't think that was just a whoops-a-daisy. I don't think that happens.
That was deep state?
No, I think that was probably more like, I think they like did just get hacked, and they. My guess would, I would think that they like stopped like the real problem from happening. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That just seems like a little whoops-a-daisy. I don't know. I guess it could happen, but
what was the phrase I heard? When given the option to choose between malice and incompetence, always choose malice. I mean, always choose competence. Most people are fucking bad at their jobs.
That seems CrowdStrike to me. I was like, what the fuck is CrowdStrike? I said it sounded like a crypto coin for like MMA guys or something like that. CrowdStrike, but could be. I guess, but we got the internet back up and running. Pretty quick. Was that was the global? Like that was everywhere? It was
global.
It was mostly like
Windows
America
updates.
or
it was global stuff. Windows.
Windows. Yes, everyone on Apple was Windows.
Yeah, my day was unaffected.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, airlines and banks and all that sort of shit were fucked. But yeah, I was just chilling. The Pentagon was hard at work. Did you see the the Pentagon was focused on Captain Dave?
I heard about that.
Pentagon, but no, I should say the Pentagon.
I was going to say, that's always, people always
press.
make that like a reporter wants attention and asks
it.
Yeah.
Captain Dave, I think, is maybe in all of Dave's characters, Captain Dave is really high on the list for me. Captain Dave is so fucking funny. Somebody sent Dan the picture of like the map of the Nantucket Harbor that he was like stuck in. It's like so tiny, and it's like you couldn't have gone anywhere anyway.
I still don't even understand what happened. He just didn't know how to turn the boat on.
He he untied before turning the boat on, and then he said, I think he like blamed the boat. I think he was like, I don't know, the battery's dead, the engine was dead, like it just didn't turn on. And in his words, he didn't have any of his instruments. He had none of his instruments, so he couldn't tell how far out he was, how far adrift, in his words. But I did the rundown with him yesterday, and I said, "Come on, you shot the flare off for content, right?" And he was like, "Nobody was there. Who was I doing the content for?" I was like, "Point taken. Firing a flare when you can see other boats." I said to him, I was like, "What was Plan B if you didn't have a flare?" And Dan was like, "Just keep yelling until another person heard you." Because I would have loved a world. The only thing funnier than a fucking flare gun when you're still in the marina is if Dave had to abandon ship and jump off and swim to the dock and then like somehow retrieve his ship. But because I mean, if Captain Dave abandoned ship, I would hammer him on that on every day. Remember when you literally you jump ship? I mean, that is one of his all-time goats. They said he was wearing like a badge of honor. He was like, Coast Guard said it was the first time anybody ever had to be rescued by the Coast Guard in the harbor. It's like, that's not a good thing. Like, no fucking kidding, man. No kidding. That's never fucking happened.
It is. He's a new boat guy. I used to work on boats, so I'm a very boat novice. But, like, my dad has a boat now. And when you're, like, captaining it, it is high stress.
Nerve-wracking as fuck.
Like, not even high stress in, like, the whole, like, high stress in not looking like an asshole. It's not even that hard to do. Right. But like there's been one time where like I took the boat to like a restaurant down by where my parents live, and I just couldn't, and I like docked up and I just couldn't get it started. And I was just sitting in the boat.
Couldn't get it started?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not going to go into that restaurant. I'm not asking anybody fucking help.
Right.
And I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do right now. And it was just like the gear wasn't in neutral. But like I was fucking with my instruments and turning stuff on. I was like tapping those little fucking. I guess I'm just gonna die on this boat. Like I don't know. I'm not going in and asking for help because I don't want someone to come out and be like,
"You idiot,
move thing a half an inch." And I was just like, I don't know. I guess I'll just fucking die here.
Yeah, I mean, boats are. If you don't know what you're doing or you're new to it, I mean, there have been times I'm on my brother-in-law's boat and he'll just be like, can you grab the wheel and like do this or that, and I'm like, I think so. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna, but I might fuck this up. Who fucking knows? But I can't, like, the flare is just nuts. And then like getting on the Coast Guard's boat or however, I don't know if they towed it or whatever they did, is maybe one of my favorite Dave having Carpenter Dave and Captain Dave all in like 1 week. was real special. But yeah, if you haven't seen the clip, there was some guy from some Boston paper at like the Pentagon weekly press conference. At the last question was like, Dave Portnoy was rescued by the Coast Guard. Any like thoughts on that? And the guy didn't laugh or anything. He was just like, I don't have any information on that. I'm going to pass you off to my colleague who might be able to fill you in on that, rather than just being like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I don't know what those people get out of that other than like a kick. Just like that was funny. Yeah. I don't know if you get some more clicks or some more followers or whatever. If you do, it's a smart play. But I mean, because technically it's like probably reported. Like, I'm sure you get a sheet and it's like, here's all the activity from like the government and the Coast Guard, and you can be like, it was on there. Like anything to say over that? Oh, and then we also got big week for Dave. We also got concert Dave. We got like arena Dave. Yeah. He said it best though. He was like, I have a lot of strengths. Dancing and singing, not one of them. Yeah. I wouldn't do this. I would say no to this. If I went and Zach Bryan was like, do you want to do a revival? I would say no. I would be like, nope, I'm all good. Gametime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Your boy Feitelberg went to see Blink-182, courtesy of Gametime.
Fell in love with the girl.
There was some great shirts there.
Yeah?
There was like, I'm the girl at the rock show.
Smart.
Just when work sucks.
I'm sure they make I should say work sucks. I know.
Yeah.
They make so much money off just merch. I bet.
Dude. So I was at the concert last night, and I obviously got merch, and I had to buy a bag. I had to buy. So I was like, I bought like 3 sweatshirts and like 2 t-shirts. And
That was probably like $500.
$470. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. My total was $470.
That's crazy.
I was joking. But I thought. Wait, what'd you get?
I got 3 sweatshirts, 2 t-shirts, and a tote bag.
Yeah, the sweatshirts are probably like
Maybe
$80.
$417. I obviously
Right,
didn't really
and
hear
then
it, but it was
yeah,
$4 something.
I bet. Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
And but when I was like, can I get a bag for this? And she's, you got to buy
You
it.
could buy it. Oh
And
my god.
I got it before the show, so it was a $40 bag that I'll probably never use again because it wasn't a Blink bag. It was the Opener band, who I like. It's Pierce the Veil. I like them, but not enough to
What a
tote bag.
like good move by them to slip in there with
And
their
I was
own-
like carrying around all that. I was like, this is worth it. Like, wasn't we just gonna do
$40 to
$10?
yeah. Well, save money on your tickets to your next event so you can spend a boatload on the merch by going to Gametime. They have the best ticketing service out there, meaning they have all up to the date pricing on the secondary market. They have the best deals, the best tech. Everything is guaranteed to be the lowest price. So you can go find nosebleeds for as cheap as possible right before the concert starts, or tip off, or first pitch, or before the first act if you're going to see plays, musicals, stand-up comedy, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, all the major sports, all live events. Gametime's got you covered, so you know that you're getting the best price available. Or it's like, oh my god, front row seats open, courtside seats are available, and you'll pay the best price possible. If you find a lower price on a different app or software service, you get 110% of the difference of the two prices. So Gametime will cover the cost and give you a little bit more if you can find a lower price. That's how much they guarantee. The best tickets available. You can easily buy them. A couple clicks, you buy it. A couple swipes, you can send it to whoever else in your party needs the tickets. And it's the best way to get in the building and save your money. So go to Gametime, download the app, use promo code KFC, and get $20 off your first ticket purchase. That's Gametime, promo code KFC, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. That to me is very karaoke-esque. I've always said it. You either got it or you don't when it comes to karaoke vibes. I don't have it. I don't want to do it in front of a karaoke room. I would never do it in front of like 70,000 people.
I think that's easier. I think the math
Could be, yeah. I've heard that before from like singers, entertainers at big rooms.
I would have an easier time doing. I've never done karaoke.
Never done karaoke?
I don't think so.
John Feitelberg has never done karaoke. You would be fucking fire at karaoke.
You did the yeah.
I've done it. I forgot. I did it. She's kind of cheating though, because I think I did it Korean karaoke.
Well,
which is where
that's
you.
all the only fucking got, right?
No, it's Japanese, right? I think karaoke's Japanese.
Oh well, now we're getting really. Now we're splitting
But like,
hairs
I
here,
think
huh?
the Korean version, you have private rooms.
But even that, dude, like, if I'm with like I would not want to do karaoke with you guys.
See, I did it. We were in Vegas for the Chiclets Cup, and we kind of got it was just like a Barstool room.
Unless I'm with like my absolute like best, like my family, like I would be like nervous to do it in front of these guys.
I do it in front of you guys. I don't fucking care.
No,
but
I think because I would look at you guys and you would be like, this sucks.
Yeah. This was I had lost my voice, and so I did Screamo Unwritten, which was actually fire.
This is a different person, by the way.
Yeah, you really are. Like, you should get into like crime, because they'd be like, we're looking for this guy, and you could walk in and they'd be like, that's not him.
Wait, see if you can see if it. I guess I did a few songs, but I did Screamo Unwritten, and MB showed me a video of it recently where I was like, oh wait, this is awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Give me the audio on this. Nope, that's not it. Yes, this is it.
Did you just pull an audible? You decided to do that? Yeah, it wasn't like on the screen or something.
It was unwritten. It was on the screen, but I couldn't.
No, but it wasn't like do Screamo.
No.
Yeah,
I just did Screamo, and
That's
I was
hilarious.
I was like, wait, that's kind of fucking fire.
This is still unwritten.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever done karaoke. I forgot about that one. That's it. I've never done it to.
Are you guys karaoke people?
I've done it one time, hated every second so much.
I would be. I've done it once.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship, and we did Drake and Rihanna, one of the Drake and Rihanna songs. I think What's My Name? And it was like you do the Drake parts and I do the Rihanna parts, and I wanted to shoot the place up. I want to be like, I want to die. I don't want no witnesses.
Yeah.
I'm killing all you. Give me your phones. We're deleting all of this footage. I wanted to die because everybody else wanted to die too. They were like, this just sucks. You just got to know your limits, self-awearness. Like, I'm not going to be funny and I'm not going to be good. So someone else do Screamo. It'll be funny. It'll be great. I feel like I could see you being similar to me. It's just like, we're just so like average. You know what I mean? It's like that wasn't
it's
anything.
not funny if I do it because I'm good. Like, it's not going to be absolutely horrible, but it's not going to be good.
That's the thing.
It's like,
yeah,
it's
you
just
either got
weird.
pipes and you can sing, or you do something funny.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, and the rest is still unwritten, everyone's like, boo, get the fuck off.
That's
You
my
I could
issue.
see being funny.
Yeah.
No. I would not like doing it in front of you guys at all.
But when
now
you
we
go
have
with
to
your
do it.
friends,
Now we all have to do it.
No.
yeah, no, I literally will not. I literally will not.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot get me to do it. It's
that's
like
my
when I tell you
issue.
you have to go back to college for content. Like, I will not. I will not. You'd have to offer me a lot of money.
That's my issue with it. Is I'm too good.
Oh right.
Ah,
Oh right.
yes,
Well,
yes.
this
And
we
it's-
do have to do.
No.
Yeah.
No,
But,
no,
like, it's
we
too awkward.
listen. No, Jackie, listen. Stop. We said this, and you got off the hook. We let you off the hook. We always do this. We like talk about something, and then we let it let it die. You have to do some sort of
No,
singing.
but why does this have to be the one thing that we have to do?
I
Because
would do,
it's
I would
so-
think you were talking about it recently, the punishment. I don't know. We gotta think of something. If I lose, I'll watch fucking Love Island or whatever, the Love Island show.
Okay.
You have to sing.
Wait, punishment for what?
I don't know. This was your idea.
This was my idea.
Yes,
This was
it
Kevin's
was.
idea. It was Kevin's idea.
I thought it was you. You had a punishment make me watch because Kevin was like, "Nah, he won't watch no matter what."
No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you said it so. It's like when Weird Haircut Seth said he could throw a football 60 yards. It was so like, I can do it, that sometimes you got to put your money where your mouth is. And you being like, I am too good of a singer
Okay, wait.
to like be
Even
a
on the
singer.
live
Or whatever the fuck you
podcast,
said.
Like, me and Fights both sang, and then you wouldn't sing.
Yeah, because
she's so
What?
good.
What did we sing? When it was just the three of us. doing the
oh, it was
podcast.
Nickelback.
Nickelback. Yeah.
Look
When
at
was
this.
that?
Look at this photograph.
Yeah.
Oh,
We wouldn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
do
yeah,
Look at
yeah.
This
That's the thing.
Photograph.
That's like a Kevin. Like I can't. Like I'm putting my foot down. No, I'm not gonna wear it well. Like we have to do. For example, also we have to do jousting tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What time's that at?
I don't know,
I don't know. I think it's early.
but like I'm not gonna wear that well. It's a karaoke. Like I'm not gonna.
What do you mean you're not gonna
dreading
wear
it.
it?
Where well, like literally what you were
No,
wearing?
just
or,
like well,
you're-
yeah, but no, but like just in general, like
That's not your
being
thing.
like a nerd isn't my thing.
This bitch is too cool to be a nerd.
Okay, but also here's the other thing with the singing is okay. So now that my downstairs neighbor complains and says that she hears everything, I don't sing in my apartment anymore. So my voice.
Oh,
is
now
actually,
you've lost it. You've been
I've, like,
training
lost
yourself.
it. And so now I'm not that
Here's
good.
the
at
thing.
singing.
I think you suck at singing. I think you stink at it.
No, but I actually
You're
am
like
realizing
truly
that
Will Ferrell and Step Brothers.
maybe
Yeah.
I talked it up a little bit too much, and then I
Jackie
tested
doing that? Never.
I tested it the other day, and I was kind of like, okay,
Do you record yourself?
no, oh my god, no,
Then
no,
how
no,
can you
no,
know
no.
if you sing
How
or
do
not?
you like? Well, that's
Because I can hear myself, and I say that shit sounds.
Wait, did
good.
you do that as a kid? Because like when I was like probably 10, I was like, I can sing.
Oh,
and then you do
everybody
the
thinks
voice
that.
record it, and then you like listen to yourself.
Yeah,
You're like,
garage.
I'm never ever gonna sing ever again.
Cinematography. That's gonna be my thing.
I think I feel like if I sing along with the track,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I like know how to
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah.
But if and then
like
I've
turn
heard
the wheel.
myself without the track, and it's like, oh my god! Like singers truly are the most talented people in the world
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
when a regular person tries to do it, it is a disaster.
It's a common thing, but I think I would literally trade anything to be able to sing. That would be like the number one skill I'd want
Yeah,
in the world.
same.
Out of all the talents you could possibly have,
I'd
I
rather
don't-
be a good singer than the smartest person in the world.
Same.
well, smartest person comes with some burdens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just
what does
genuinely
singing really
smart.
get you other than like? I think being the guy who like breaks out into song or like breaks out and plays the guitar or the piano is
Yeah.
kind of the asshole.
No, but I don't.
you're
I
right.
think in terms of like mental health, like I wouldn't need therapy if I could sing. I would just like write a song about
no,
it.
you're right. Singers famously are pretty okay.
They don't ever commit suicide all the fucking time.
Yeah, no, you got a great voice. Mentally, you're fine.
But like before, well, yeah, that's a good point. But like, could you imagine? Think about how therapeutic it is, like to just be able to like sit
Pipe
down
it.
with a guitar like
Yeah.
on your like windowsill.
I don't get how people play guitars, man. It's so hard.
Crazy.
You have like, millimeters between these things, and you gotta Shay's taking lessons, and I'm like, you're never gonna be able to fucking learn how to do this thing. It's impossible.
Dude, I went to Blink-182 last night. Speaking of singing, the
I heard they did a cool mashup. They did What's My Age Again with 22.
oh yeah.
Did they do that on
no,
stage?
no, they didn't do it last night.
I don't know if it, I don't know.
They
That's a cool concept.
They ended it with Taylor Swift though. They didn't play any Taylor Swift.
They ended their concert with Taylor Swift?
once they got off stage. Welcome to New York like came on, which I thought was interesting. But the show was all like so. I went to 2 concerts this weekend. I went to the Strike at Gramercy Theater Saturday night.
That's your people you've been putting on, right?
Yeah, I fucking love them, dude. They're awesome. And then
You are like the street team for the Strike. It's just you. You're the one.
And then I went to Blink Sunday, and it was such an interesting juxtaposition of like a smaller concert versus a mega concert.
Yeah.
Because like at the Strike, there's 600 people or whatever Gramercy Theater holds.
Yeah.
And like everyone was fucking gassed up.
Yeah.
And like wanted to be part of the show.
Yep.
Like we've kind of experienced this a little bit, like
Yep.
in both sides of it, and it was like just so much energy.
Totally
in the
different
room. It was
vibes.
so good.
Yeah.
Dude, their lead singer's so perfect. It's just like kind of like jittery and like I don't really know. Like he moves like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then
Show me again.
he's like stuck gun in my car for the getaway. And then
What a rock star.
and then Blink was the like Mark, Tom, and Travis put on such a great show, and I was disappointed with the crowd. I thought the crowd
Really?
because I get it. I get where your head's at, where you're like, I paid $500 for this seat, just fucking entertain me. But like,
Where was it?
A City.
Oh, I was wondering why you were going there. I was like, are you going to a Mets game without me? That's cheating.
No, this is my first time ever at City Field.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how you guys just have nothing. I know they're building it up now, but just you've
Chop shops.
gone this long with just
When I say
nothing
when
near the
people
field?
say like when I'm like, oh, there's the chop shops, like I think they think I'm exaggerating. It's literally a series
there's
of
just
chop shops.
nothing out
Yeah.
there. That's I mean,
Yep.
Mets have been a baseball team for quite some time now.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck is there not a bar
they had
out there?
McFadden's was attached to City Field, and somehow that like failed. So it's also like our own fault if it's like we couldn't keep a bar going. But
One single bar.
Cohen's gonna like fix all that. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, there's nothing there.
The
Also, you got to think Blink concerts are probably old people now.
yeah, well, it is actually.
You're not as much drugs. You're not as much jumping around and partying and like.
I think we are the new iteration, new age of Bruce fans, where it's like we're old. But
We like
cool
to party.
old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that all the time. But don't you think every generation thinks that
What do you mean?
we're cool old?
But then there is an anointed group of like I think like Bruce fans, like those those dads. I think those dads are all pretty rad.
Yeah,
Like anyone
yeah.
who like is a big Bruce fan,
Yeah.
I think tends to be a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, it's like Steve and Kirk.
Yeah.
Coolest guys I know.
But the like all right, you fucking did some living.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I got
you've seen some shit. Yeah,
I don't know. That was the vibe I got. Where it was like.
Yeah.
Like people who be like, I used to party. I'll have a beer while I'm here, but like I don't really.
I'll tell you some stories, some tales.
There was a funny
if
part.
I went to a concert now, I'd be like, I'd fucking sing some songs, sway back and forth. But I'm
See,
not
I was
like,
going nuts the whole time, and
Yeah.
I would get some words wrong, so I would hear myself singing, and then that's when I would be like, ugh. But like, yeah, my section was pretty tame. People were standing at least, but it wasn't like I was fucking.
Have you seen? I don't know if this is popular or if it's just in my algorithm. I feel like mosh pits are like having a moment. Maybe they're not, and I'm just seeing them. But have you ever seen the Wall of Death?
Oh yeah.
What is that? Is that one band or is that everybody?
No,
that
it's everyone.
they do that.
Yeah.
That is truly the last thing on earth I would ever do.
Bro, you know who I did it with?
You did it?
With Fidance. Me and Fidance.
I remember when you went to that concert.
Yeah.
I did not know you did the Wall of Death. First of all, I would like get injured. I would not make it out alive. If you told me, here is a fucking AK-47, you have to go fight in the Middle East, or you have to go do the Wall of Death. Give me the gun. I will go. I mean, that is.
Wait, what's all that?
It's like they Who orchestrates it? The band?
The band.
Okay.
Yeah.
They split the festival in half, and they run at each other like a medieval war. And they just fucking like, whoa! It's just like a human clash. So is this something that's been going on for like ever? Like metal bands have been doing it for like since the 80s? Or is this like?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Hellfest 2019.
Wait, that feels like such a bad end of the bargain for the people on the front lines, though.
Yes, but the freaks love it. So they're like this. It's you want to be in the front if you're at this battle, if you're at
like
this
jets.
concert, because just give it a pause and let it load up. Like you'd have to imagine the people who are in the front are not being like, oh my god, this is gonna suck. They're like, this is gonna be fucking absolutely awesome, because they want to do it. I also saw one that wasn't. I mean, that one even looks tame from what I saw. Like the people in the middle, you're getting like thousands of pounds of pressure just like smushed on you. I would freak the fuck out. Oh yeah,
I did it at like a pretty. We did it at we were at the Menzingers, and it was pretty like the whole. I went and I moshed with Fidance, and it was us and Garbage, and the Garbage Boys didn't really get in the mix. But,
imagine Foley doing that thing of death. It would be like when the Wildlings had the mountain, the giant just throwing people.
But it was pretty like, you know, I think what your idea of a mosh pit is, and not that I have a ton of experience by any stretch of the imagination, but like they're pretty like you're not like I was gonna say a pretty hardcore show expert. Like you're kind of just fucking rocking out. Like,
I didn't see, this was not a wall of death. This was just another band, and I saw these guys like fucking elbows and kicking and shit. Like people just getting like clocked and look at that. I mean, look at that guy just flailing. Like you get hit by that guy, and you're fucking you have a broken nose if you catch like a forearm to the. I mean, oh my god, that is my true number one nightmare. Like it's like beer Olympics and then that. that is not fucking fun. You had fun? You liked it?
It was a blast.
Yeah. But you're also a fucking doofus, you know, like you like that shit. Like if you somehow get talked into that or dragged into that and you're not ready, you're fucked.
But no, I think if you did it, I think you would. Again, I've only done it once, and I've only been in mosh pits very few times. I think you'd be pretty surprised by how easy it is and how
the wall of death.
Not the wall of death. I'm just about moshing in general.
Okay.
And
moshing where you kind of just like bounce and
but
get tossed
it's
around.
very community oriented. Yeah. Like when someone goes down, they're like someone's down.
Stop, pick them up.
They get them up.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
sure there you can go to fucking Disturbed or fucking who sings Do Us Do Us.
Who does sing that?
I don't know. Awesome in Triple X though. Good needle drop.
Who sings Du hast? That means like a German band.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But that band probably have knives in their mosh pits.
Like Firestarter or something.
That rings a bell.
Rammstein.
Firestarter,
I think, is the name of that one song.
Yeah, they have another one.
We were the coach of my kids' little league team brought a speaker for like every game in practice, and one time that Rammstein Smack My Bitch Up came on the fucking like little kids little league playlist. Smack my bitch up. I was like, Steve, what are we doing here, dude?
Dude,
I think I still probably would do Wall of Death before I did karaoke.
Before I went to the strike Saturday, I went to Factory, and I haven't been at Factory for like a day party in a while. I don't know what's happened, but I gotta shout out the boys. Just
the general boys.
Dude, I had probably 5 or 6 guys come up to me. I don't even think they knew, I don't think they were Barstool fans. I think they just thought I was a guy. They were like, dude, I just fucking love your outfit tonight, man. And I was like, hell yeah, are we doing this, fellas? Is this what we're doing? We're fucking gassing each other up at the bar?
It's happening, dude.
Fuck
I
yeah,
have
boys.
3 specific shirts, and every single time I wear them, not one girl comes up to me, yet 15 dudes.
Fuck these girls,
I
man.
love the fabric on this.
Dude, the guys are like, dude, I love that fucking two-tone loafers. I was like, fucking right, boys.
Compliment to your boys is in big time right now. It's an unbelievable time to be alive.
It was a nice outfit, but it wasn't anything you guys haven't seen. Like, it wasn't anything crazy or extreme, and there's like, just dudes kept coming up. Like, man, I love that shirt. Like, fucking right you do, bro.
I was at I went to a buddy's house in the Hamptons. He had a pool party, and it was the best compliment and the most backhanded compliment I've ever heard in my life. He was like, in the most respectful and least creepy way, when you took your shirt off in the pool, I was like, wow. Like, so you were expecting the absolute worst, and we're pleasantly surprised. Yeah, like it's
hyping
the
boys
year
up on
of
trend.
Complimenting how in shape you get too is big.
Yeah.
dude. We have severely lacked that as a gender.
Yeah.
For forever. I was about to say for like years. No, literally forever. Ain't no cavemen back then be like, yeah, I really like your technique with the fucking club. You know, like, we as a gender need to do that more. Cause it ain't coming from these girls.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I've recently decided I'm going to become a wife beater guy. I'm gonna start wearing wife beaters. Just
Just
all the time.
I'm gonna get married and kick the shit out of this.
I've recently decided to become a wife beater.
Boys, I've come to a decision. It's time to settle down and start fucking beating the piss out of a woman.
But you know what? I would say maybe a more logical choice than what he's actually talking about.
So you're gonna like wear it under that shirt and you're gonna let an extra button go.
But like, let's say it gets
hot
hot out.
Wait, what?
Let's say it gets hot out and like you
No.
Oh, you go mean?
No. You want to do one button, fine. You want to do fully unbuttoned? I got a problem. If you're gonna walk around in a guinea tee, you're out, bro. I'm kicking you out of the club. You're fired.
So you're talking like you might just come into the office one day, just fucking.
No. But like, let's say we have to carry something downstairs. Like, I might take off the shirt and then I'm wearing a wife beater.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Are you wearing one right now?
I'm not wearing. I almost wore it.
That would have been amazing.
I think I have to announce it first before I.
Have you seen coming up? I think in August is Italian Heritage Night at Yankee Stadium. It's like, isn't that just called Tuesday? That is going to be a fucking nightmare. I saw Danny Lopriori got the Juan Soto. They did a giveaway earlier in the year. It's a Yankees basketball jersey, pinstripe basketball jersey. And I was like, oh my God, the Guidos are gonna fucking love this. And so Danny posted a picture of him in the jersey, and I was like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I said I need. Usually it's the unbuttoned Jeter jersey with the guinea tee underneath. If you had the pinstripe basketball jersey underneath the Jeter with the name on the back, because you're all frauds, unbuttoned with the flat brim and the chain. I'm gonna have to watch the Yankee game that night and I'm gonna scan the crowd. Like, it's gonna be the greatest, the lowest hanging fruit of all time. That is gonna be disgusting, man. But all right, guinea tea pads. I mean, yeah. Listen, I'm surprised Mike Pavanelli's not a fucking guinea tea guy to begin with. Shivers.
I saw I think it was on Reddit, a post, and I guess I'll just pose a question to Jackie. If I gave you an elephant and you were not allowed to sell it or give it away, what would you do with it?
Wow, great question. I'm in New York.
Yes, you are.
Well, but I mean, she's got to be somewhere where you have a place to put an elephant, right?
Well, let's. What would you do with it in New York?
Okay.
Like, where would I stash it, or like what or like what activities would I do with it?
This is the question.
Wherever your head goes, dude.
Okay, first of all, in terms of stashing it, I could probably fit it in the below here.
Oh, you just keep it in the...
You're going to keep it in shoe gasm? I don't think you could. I don't think you get through the front door.
I think I could, cause there's like a whole garage that opens out there,
right.
So I would just kind of get him in there, and then like I think.
Oh, so it's a him. Okay. I didn't know we were gendering our elephants.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, and then I would definitely ride him ride the elephant a little bit throughout the streets. It would be like a good mode of transportation. Probably. I guess that'd be an issue in terms of it.
I don't think I could think of a single worse one.
I would. They like beach balls a lot, and I would like play beach ball games with him a lot. I'd feed him stuff. Oh, and then also, wait, they're like They're trunks.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do with that, but I don't know. No.
I'd be pretty trunk focused.
Yeah. Okay, so you'd focus on the trunk, and you would like play
Probably
with the trunk.
have them pick stuff up.
Pick stuff up for you. Hey, can you get me the sugar on the top of the thing?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. You're kind of springing this on me, but like, I'm sure that there's a lot that I could do with an elephant, but I'm not like it's nothing's like fully coming up. Why do you ask this question?
That's so
I
genuine.
just saw it. I thought it was an interesting question.
One of the coolest things I've ever seen, I don't think they do it anymore, when the circus comes to Madison Square Garden, this was years ago, they have to get the fucking things in the building, you know? And I think it's from the Port Authority. Like, for whatever reason, they come in to New York, like over here, and then you got to get them into Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So it's late at night, and it's like midnight or 2 a.m., whatever it was. We like stayed up. It was a thing that you know about. So we like stayed up and went out, and you watch. The cops block off the street, and you watch elephants run down 7th Avenue in New York City.
Oh, that's very
It's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Jumanji. It's all controlled, and they put them like into the, you know, you go like under the tunnel or some shit to get to the garden. But it's like for that like couple minutes, you're watching full-blown elephants run through the streets of New York City.
That's
It
actually
was
kind
right
of,
before. It was like 09. It was like right when I started Barstool. Had I had a phone or something like that, I would have like filmed it and had great content. I just didn't. It was before all that.
Like I hadn't even thought about this, and then when you asked, like, because I've been picturing it in a field or like in a suburb, and when you're like in the city, my brain went to for some reason I pictured Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises, and I don't know if we have those tunnels, but I just bring them right down there, and then I would start the rumor that there's an elephant down there. like everyone's always talking about the rats. You know, there's a fucking elephant down there. You're like, what are you nuts? I don't know, man. I heard there's an elephant.
I'd start a business. I'd be like, you can come ride my elephant. I'll let my elephant just run around my backyard, and you got to pay like $50 to hop on top.
Yeah, I feel like most of your time here with an elephant would be like trying to hide the elephant.
Yeah.
I don't think that people would just.
And it's a tough thing to hide.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to
Also,
hide, and there's just like limited space in New York where it's
I don't
like.
think people are gonna be nice. I feel like I don't know.
I'd
be worried for the elephant.
You fucking got a dog. Everyone loves you. Like, guess what? I got a fucking elephant.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I saw the saddest fucking video, man. It was an elephant that was like smaller and got just shunned by the pack. And they like pushed it off a cliff, like in that like there was like a little like cliff with like a little lake, like water, a body of water, and they just like kind of nudged him until he fell off and fell in the water, and they wouldn't like let him in the circle. And I was like, fucking let this elephant in, man. I think that he learned how to paint. You could teach to paint.
I'm telling trunk stuff.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
trunk
saying.
stuff. Are you? Listen, it's 2024. If you're not into some trunk stuff, you're a prude if you don't do trunk stuff with your elephant.
The other thing I was thinking about on Saturday, Steve, what do you do on the weekends?
Steve, come on down.
Yeah.
Steve is
Like,
the brightest star of Barstool right now. Everybody gives glowing reviews about Steve.
I was like, I don't know. I was just like, I wonder what Steve's up to right now. And if you're
living in the city.
I live in Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
So you ripping it up?
Not really.
No?
No. So like this weekend I went to Providence, had to fix my AC. But typically like I don't drink or anything like that. Like I don't know.
Oh, you don't drink?
No, it's not my
Okay,
thing.
so
Did you
honestly,
ever?
No, never.
That was
Have
exactly.
you wait, hang on. Have you never been drunk?
I only drink water. Like that's all I drink. I'm a freak. Like Shay and Keegan, you were saying the other day. I only drink water.
Has that always been your?
That's always been my thing.
So that's
I
what my
used,
kids
I
are
used to
like.
do like apple juice, then quit that cold turkey when I was like 5. From then on out,
I quit apple juice. Hey, when you went to college, like you know, people were like, did you go to parties
Yeah,
and shit?
no,
But you're sober.
Yeah.
When we all went out after
Yeah.
your show, I think I offered him a drink like 7 times. Every time he's like, again, I don't drink.
So would you consider yourself like sober? Like you'll never drink, or you're just like, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
not like an alcohol thing. Like I just hate like bubbles, and like so I've only ever drank
But you
water.
can drink,
Well,
like,
let me
whiskey.
tell you about a thing called whiskey.
I know. I was thinking like I'd be living hard if I drank. Like it'd be like whiskey, vodka,
Dude,
all
that's
that stuff.
honest to God. I was thinking about you Saturday afternoon, and I was like, I don't know what Steve's deal is. I bet he's either stone sober or a fucking liability.
Maniac.
But, yeah, but a normal weekend is like I plan it all week. Like I'll go on TikTok, be like best desserts New York City.
so you're a foodie.
I'm building my week up to like that cake I'm gonna have on Saturday. I'm just
My
like I'm
man.
on TikTok just scouring.
He's going after that cake.
That's what I do
So you go around the city to eat.
basically.
But
Yeah.
is it specifically desserts, or are you doing like restaurant? Like
No, I mean I'll
food?
do restaurants too. Like
Yeah.
I've been to Carbone.
Are
That
you?
was cool.
Oh, hey. Are you
Table
living?
caught on
Do you have
fire.
a roommate or anything? Or you live
No,
alone?
it's just me.
Solo dolo in New York
Yeah,
City.
I know.
Eating a lot of cake.
Cake and cookies. That's
How,
my weekend.
are you taking any ladies on to these dessert places?
A little date on Friday. A little
Oh,
date.
yeah.
A little date.
You play in the field, or is it a one woman kind of thing?
TBD. TBD.
I feel like the girls would love Steve.
I think you're giving me too much credit on that one, to be honest. But
There's some videos leaking of Steve. Who knows?
I pray to God no.
There's just something about. I mean, I've done this long enough, where like people, it's a very much like a be normal thing. You're just like normal and you get it, or you don't, you know. And Steve just gets it. Like after like making videos with him, he just gets it. It's the same thing with you guys, where it's just like there's plenty of producers I've worked with who are good at what they do, but it's like we just don't click, and it's like things that I just would expect you to get, like that reference, to put that in the video or whatever, and they just miss it. Like from that level all the way down to just like he's always available. He knows. I told him like send me any videos that you think are like good 1 minute man type videos, and my output has like tripled since I told him to do that, because he just gets it. It's a delight when you find and the amount of people who like are willing. Anytime I've asked him, morning, noon, night, weekends, party. Well, I guess you're so.
No, I'm free.
A lot of times, a lot of times.
I got nothing but time.
Yeah, well, no, seriously, that's good to know. Now we're really making videos, bro. Because there was times it was like a Saturday night, and I'm like, he's probably out. I don't want to bother him. Like, you know, he deserves some time off too. Now we're just gonna work all night long, dude. But there's just so few people that we get that it clicks like that, and Steve's been like for sure the one. So
And
I
he's a
appreciate
blogger
that.
now.
Huh?
And he's a blogger now.
Yes, even
Yeah.
that. Nate texted me and said, so Nate has been begging all of the franchises to editorialize your blog, your videos and your podcasts. Just whatever you talked about, write a blog and post the podcast so you get more attention, but we also get clicks. And like nobody's ever done it. And Nate was like, Steve came in and did it exactly correctly, like the first chance. After like 10 years of trying to beg other people or other people doing it wrong, like Steve just got it. So you have. It also doesn't have to be just the episodes. You can blog whatever you want.
Yeah, but I want to say, like with that blog, that was like the ultimate wheelhouse, like Nate versus Dave. Like that was the perfect first blog. So now I think I set the standards way too high, and like.
But if you want to like blog, like I don't know, if there's some Springsteen news, if there's something that's in your wheelhouse. Yeah. What else would be your wheelhouse?
Yeah,
outside
create
of
your wheelhouse.
I'm like Springsteen. Like I like movies, sports, stuff like that. But like I was thinking, like every Friday, like all the voicemails for the week, I'd choose like one voicemail and do like my take on that voicemail.
Hell yeah,
Like
that's
at the bottom,
great.
be like, if you want to do a voicemail, here's how you do it.
Yes,
Every
Steve.
Friday, I do that.
Great.
You're awesome at this, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
We got all these who's the asshole and answer the internet type questions. You can do those.
I'm curious about best desserts in the city.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I should do
Me
that.
fucking
Yeah,
too.
I know.
There are some some what has been like your best one you found so far?
Banana. So I got my socks
never mind,
knocked off
banana.
last week. It was
Ugh.
chocolate chip banana bread with like a Nutella frosting.
that
Little
sounds
cupcake bake shop.
good.
You gotta try it out.
Bake shop.
It was
Okay.
10 out of 10.
What's your favorite dessert of all time? Or like what, you know what I mean? Like what's your go-to? Like I'm donuts.
Shout out Fleming's carrot cake in Providence. Like I know Fleming's is all over. but
Carrot cake?
Carrot cake.
You're talking Fleming's the steakhouse?
Like I'll just order the carrot cake from
Fleming's?
Fleming's. No steak, no nothing, just carrot cake.
There's a Fleming's near Hoboken, and when I lived there, I went there. I think Fleming's is like one of my favorite steakhouses ever. That shit was unbelievable. But the carrot
cake is perfection. Wow. They didn't make a single mistake with it. Couldn't do anything differently. It's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about are you like a pizza guy with your boy Portnoy?
I like pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done enough of it in the city. Like
What's your death row meal? You're gonna be put to execution.
I've thought about this. So
give me an
are we doing, like,
appetizer,
4 courses?
main,
Yeah.
4 courses or whatever. Dessert, main, appetizer.
Appetizer probably like a crispy rice sushi. I like that. Then
He's a worldly man.
main
ladies.
meal rigatoni bolognese. Then literally dessert is that Fleming's carrot cake.
Wow, that's got to be the worst answer I've ever heard.
I've thought about like that would be my master's meal.
I absolutely hate your fucking final meal. If that was my final meal, I would say just kill me. I don't fucking want it.
No, a carrot cake when done right, carrot cake fucking bangs.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it hits.
I get it from the I get it from the deli downstairs for me sometimes.
Is it good?
No, it's terrible.
I was gonna say,
but it's great. No.
Oh,
Like
your
where I live.
apartment. Okay, I was gonna say
I'll
that.
go downstairs and just get. I'll be like, guys, get a slice of carrot cake real quick.
What?
Like, why do you sell it if you're so surprised I want
Yeah,
it?
what's the problem? All right. You want to do some voicemails? Do you want to stick around for a voicemail?
Sure.
Get the wheels going, and then Steve will do one at the end of the week. KFC Radio is sponsored by BetterHelp. One of the phrases that I really, really do believe in, that is kind of cliche, but I believe is true, is that comparison is the thief of joy. Mm-hmm. If you can stop comparing yourself, you will live a happy life. I mean, I think about it all the time with us. If you told us in 2012 we would be doing what we're doing today, I would have been like, we made it. And instead, there's a lot of bigger shows and other acts and funny people and wealthier people, and you're just always like, well, I'm not them. Well, guess what? There's always going to be a them. There's always somebody ahead of you until you're like Jeff Bezos, So if you constantly compare yourself, you are going to constantly be upset because there's always going to be somebody doing more or better or bigger. And so you need to learn how to let go of that and just be happy and live in the moment. And one of the best ways to do that is therapy. And one of the best ways to do therapy is BetterHelp, where they match you with a therapist, and you can do any sort of online therapy you want. You can text them, you can call them, you can video call with them, all done easily and online just to fit your schedule. You don't have to commute. You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about waiting rooms. You don't have to worry about face-to-face awkwardness. All of it done from the comfort of your own home, where you can really get the ball rolling. If you don't like the person, you can switch. No added cost, no awkwardness. They don't take it personal. You just move on until you find somebody who fits for you, and they will teach you how to live in the moment and enjoy what you're doing and be confident in what you're doing and celebrate the goals you have achieved without worrying about what other people are doing. Reese Witherspoon said your quote the other day. I saw a quote card that said, like, as soon as you realize that other people's opinions about you are not your business, you are completely set free. But it's hard to do that.
Reese.
It's hard to do it, but it's true. There's no doubt in my mind that Reese Witherspoon's not still sitting there scrolling and fuck you. But once you let go, other people's opinions are not your business. Once you know that and you stop comparing, you will live a happy life. So go to BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com. Use promo code KFC. Get 10% off your first month. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp.
Boys, what's up? Kevin, I just want to hear your thoughts on the new Eminem album. I'm just kind of bored by it. Curious what your thoughts. Viva.
I thought the new Eminem album was great in that it's a concept album that like people either didn't get right away, or then when they said they understood it, they like really were not understanding it. In that like people were either criticizing him for like still being, they're like, oh, you're like 50 years old and you're still making these jokes, and like he addresses that in the album, being like, yeah, like, so apparently I haven't listened to this for myself yet, but so when you listen to the album, it's a concept album, meaning you have to like listen to it through, and there are songs and skits that there's the Marshall Mathers, he has Eminem, and he has Slim Shady. Mm-hmm. Slim Shady has always been like this, monster, fucking evil character, and as the album progresses, Eminem like kills Slim Shady, and all these skits are like them talking back and forth, and then there's one song where they rap back and forth where Eminem is saying like, you're hypocritical, you used to complain about bullies and then you became a bully, you're like sensitive, you talk all this shit, and so like he is copping to it almost, you know, and he also makes like, there's one song where he makes a million Christopher Reeves references, he was just rapping about that, and then you find out later in the album that song was recorded in 2004 and was supposed to be on his Relapse album, but Christopher Reeves died, and he was like, even Eminem had the wherewithal to be like, I don't want to put this out because the guy just died. That's
pretty cool.
And then as I understand it, if you listen backwards, it goes the other way. Slim Shady kills Eminem, because there is a skit towards the end where it's like
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Like I think Eminem, first of all, Gen Z does not like Eminem. Young kids hate Eminem. They think he's lame. They think he's old. They think his style is strange. The jokes don't land. They don't like him. And that's I think the first rapper really. I've always said this with rap. It's such a young genre, and it's weird that we're getting into the older years of it. But inherently, because their rappers are talking about money and parties and fucking and all that, it's not like lame, you know? This comes across to the young group as lame. Like the edgy jokes and the being rude to like every group. They don't. It's like 21 Jump Street. You know, they're like, that's fucking lame. So I don't expect them to like it. Then there's the people who, I mean, he did have, you know, in my opinion, very bad albums for like 10 years. And those people kind of jump ship on him, and they are not coming back. So, like, if you're one of those groups, I don't expect you to like this because you've made up your mind on Eminem one way or the other. If you liked old Eminem and you still like that sound, there's a lot of that on this. And Eminem's almost kind of like LeBron in that we judge, like, the barometer is different, you know? Like, his wordplay and punchlines are so good, but people will be like, we already know you can rap, Eminem. Like, it's like, what? No, that's fucking still awesome. Yeah. You know, like, why do we move the goalposts on that? Like, if you have a lot of clever punchlines, that's what rap is. But now all of a sudden, he needs to do more than that because why? I don't fucking know. That's what he does. I think it's pretty cool to like be like 50 years old and have had the success. And he's very, you know, he openly was like, I grew up a nerd reading comic books. So he's very comic booky. He does funny voices and weird sounds, and even like some of the stuff that I saw getting criticized, he'll do an ad lib after the end of a punchline where he goes like, ha ha. And it's like, he knows that's corny or weird or just being like, he's just fucking around with the words, you know? It's like, so some of the things that people are criticizing, I don't think Eminem meant to ever be like his, like, judge me on this, you know what I mean? Even like he's always had like a party song on every album that is like making fun of like party rap songs, and they're like kind of bad in a good way, you know? It's like, and it's like, I would never listen to that song at a party. It's like, yeah, no fucking kidding. Like, that's kind of the point. So I'm a big fan of him and very interested in how he felt like he's one of the greatest, but also had such a down time. That's very unique. And I think having an album where you look back on that and acknowledge, like, I made all my money because I was this like edgy character, but now I'm matured and I think it's kind of lame. And like it's almost like what he did in 8 Mile. He's getting ahead of all of it and talking about it himself. And somehow that didn't get a lot of love. Like, I think we haven't heard anybody really do an album like that really ever, where you're like, I could see if Kanye or somebody else that is like still really embraced in the rap world ever did an album like looking back on their previous characters and showing their growth and their hypocrisy and all that, it would be like, oh my God. But Eminem, I don't know, doesn't get that like grace from people for whatever reason. I'm sure, I think I saw something that said Eminem stops Taylor Swift from history, so I think he like got to number one or something. That's what I took it to mean. I think so. I think he always performs well. He's always going to sell well because he just has so many fans. But I think in the rap world, people like I said, the young people are out, and a lot of the older people, like, the ship sailed, where they're like, it just doesn't appeal to me anymore. And I'm like, I don't know why. Some of it I get. If you don't like the comic book shit, I get. But some of it is just like, this is like good rap, good punchlines. Like Paps hates Eminem, and I wouldn't expect him to like it. But I feel like if I showed him like some of the like metaphors and rhymes and shit, you would. But I don't know. You care about that shit? You don't really care, right? Your generation is just like vibes, right?
I mean, I grew up with,
you guys don't even listen to music, to lyrics, right?
Lil Uzi, they're just making noises.
Yeah.
That
and
shit
to me, that's like I like those songs as well, but I would never be like, that's my favorite rapper, because to me, rap is all about like the lyrics and the punchlines and the wordplay and the syllables and the flow and all that. But if you don't care about that, it's like, yeah, and that's what that guy. Kind of what he focuses on. So you probably don't.
No, I like Eminem.
You like Eminem?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like,
did you listen to him?
Like my mom was a huge fan, so like I grew up on it.
Oh my God!
But like, yeah.
I've never heard that phrase ever uttered in my life.
Oh yeah.
How old's your mom?
54. Yeah.
That's not like super. You know, I mean, she's 15-year-old. She's 54-year-old Steve's mom. That's so funny. Yeah, I guess she was in her like mid 30s when Eminem came out, right? Like 20 years ago ish. Yeah. So did you like grow up? Did she like play for you?
Oh
when
yeah,
you
she was
growing up?
playing in the car and stuff. Yeah, so like,
I struggle with that because I'm like, I don't know. a
She
lot
knew
of
I
the
was
shit
gonna
kids-
say it anywhere.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Haley's song is in my like recent on Spotify because of that.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is he has so in the second half of the album when he has like a skit where he like definitively kills Slim Shady, and then the rest of the album he has a song for Haley from the point of view of he's dead, and he's like, I'm trying to help you cope without me, and it's very funny to think of like I'm listening to the beginning of the album. Like he's doing his weird fucking skits about killing people and fucking raping people and shit. And by the end of it, I'm like tearing up thinking about Shay when I'm dead. And he's got this song Jelly Roll. It's all about his addiction. So like he kind of did, he did the funny shit, but he also did the introspective shit. I think he's always at his best when he's talking about his family. I just don't think you get that from any other rapper right now. Like I find it funny when, Gen Z is making fun of Eminem, but will tell me, like, Ice Spice is it. I'm like, well, I don't know. We're just never going to agree on anything here. We are just worlds apart. So you either like it or you don't. I don't think there's anybody who would be like, I don't like this, but I listened to it, and now I'm in on it. I think you're either in or you're not. Next up.
KFC fights rest of the gang. Just got done with a hard day of doing the Lord's work, filling fucking potholes. So I'm what everyone on the coast, I imagine, hates about the Midwest. From Wisconsin. Got married at 24, kid at 25. And I'm just curious as to what's one stereotype about the Midwest or the coast that you guys either swear by or no, that's not the truth. Let me know.
Good question.
I wouldn't say what we as coasters hate about the Midwest is that they have families.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think it's I think the South and the Midwest is known for getting married earlier than people in cities.
I wouldn't say I hate any region. I don't think. I don't love spending time in Florida. The Panhandle was not great, but it's not the people; it's the fucking climate. I don't.
Yeah,
care.
that's brutal. I do every time we go somewhere. And I hate this about myself, and I wish it wasn't the case, but I am always astounded at how slow shit moves. And I hate that cliche about myself, and I wish it wasn't the case, but like restaurants and service and just like getting, you're at a counter and somebody's supposed to be doing something for you, and it is just like crawling, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I wish I would just relax and not care about it, but every time we go somewhere else, I'm like, and also, I mean, shit closes at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we would be on the road and it's like, show's over, let's just get a bite to eat. It's like, no, sir, you are not. Unless it's like fast food.
Taco Bell might be open till 10.
Yeah, that's just. I'm just like, what do you people not eat? Like off hours
Are
at
you
all?
telling me you guys don't consume 3,000 calories a day? It's kind of similar. The truest one I found is that it is hard to find a vegetable. Like, and I'm not even a vegetable guy. Like, I eat fine. I wouldn't say healthy. I wouldn't say bad eating food. But I remember I was in last summer, I played in that hockey tournament in Minnesota. And I was out in Minnesota for like 4 or 5 days or whatever. And on day 3, I realized, I was like, I haven't had like a fucking salad or something. Like, I should probably eat a vegetable while I'm here. And I was at just a restaurant, and it was like, I got a pork. And the pork came with potatoes, and then on the side you could get the side options. And I was like, "Can I do the fucking Brussels sprouts too?" And they came out, and they were
Taro.
covered in candy. It was like the candy. It was so much sugar. And then I was like, it had like a sugar glaze, and they were like hard. And
Defeats the purpose.
I was like, this is a fucking candy Brussels sprout. This is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
This is somehow worse than a Brussels sprout. It's a fucking candied Brussels sprout.
Yeah, they don't eat.
It was because like it was like a real like moment where it's like 3 days in, I was like, I don't think I've had a vegetable. And then I fucking ordered one.
I remember going to like even like Nashville when we got like chicken fried chicken or whatever that's called, chicken fried steak or whatever.
Yeah.
And everything is smothered. Everything is, and it's like, oh, this is a lot, a lot to handle. Have you traveled around a lot?
Yeah, I've been to like every part of the country. I'd say like west, south.
Where's the most exotic place you've ever been?
I went to London.
London.
Yeah, but like in the U.S., I went to Charleston in March. That was really cool.
Charleston's a cool
Yeah.
city. I like Charleston.
Newport of the South.
Is that what they call it?
That's true. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense actually.
Jackie, what do you? You're bi-coastal.
I
Even
am
though you're from
bi-coastal.
Jersey. Jackie is so not from California. Jackie is absolutely.
you guys have never,
Jackie is
seen
from
me.
Bayonne, New Jersey.
No.
Bergen County, for sure. That where you are. Nassau County, just
But
just
what does
past
that
Queens.
mean?
Like you're like a Long Island, New Jersey, New York girl. Like you look it, you sound it.
You're very Italian. You're Italian.
Yeah.
Are you Italian?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but like that doesn't. Yeah, like you don't look like.
But
And
like
you
when
also
people
kind of dress
say
like
it,
you wear
they
those
say
meat
it-
shirts all the time.
Yeah, I did. I stopped the meat shirts.
The meat shirts, yeah. Well, honestly, when you factor like Jackie, what were you 20?
22, 23.
That was really sweet.
I was
24.
No, you're 23, right?
24.
24.
24. Okay.
I have, like, 2 more
go,
months.
You go, hey, I know this 24-year-old girl. She's had a boob job and a nose job. You go, where's she from? California?
Yeah. Lip injections, Botox.
She needed the boob job was medical, and she had a deviated septum.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
keep it, get it correct, get it
Oh,
straight.
yeah, that chick's from LA, right? Yeah. Or I guess maybe Jersey.
No, but you
too.
could. Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say the opposite of that. Like,
That's what I can't. I think I've brought this up on the show. It's like, okay, okay, I get spray tans. I dye my hair blonde. I like wear Lululemon and everything, but I don't look like I'm from the South. But that's what
Not at all.
all the people from the South do.
Oh.
So it's like, why do I do the same steps as people from like girls from the South, but I don't look Southern? What's the difference?
It might be the giant hands and feet.
No,
No,
even if I had smaller hands and smaller
like
feet,
I
like,
don't think you telling me that like girls in the South wear like dress like you dress. Because I picture
But girls in the South, in my experience, girls in the South are. I mean this very complimentary. You're a bro,
Yeah.
and girls
Girls
in
are
the South
girls down
are
there. Like yeah.
No, but like even if I'm in my frilliest dress, like I'm not.
You're a bro.
No. Also, like you guys only see me around you guys.
Yeah,
Well, that's
You know,
true.
it's like if
Yeah.
I'm with the girls, I'm with the girls.
Yeah, but
But I'm not
I've
Southern.
seen you with your girls. I've seen those videos and shit. Like when you're drunk, like and like partying, you're like.
I'm like looks wise though. Like what is the difference? I don't know. It drives me crazy.
When I picture a like Southern girl, I think it's tan. I don't think I think of Southern girls as tan.
You think I'm 10?
Nobody finds a compliment like Jackie. I'm so famous, or I'm so tan, or I'm young, I'm this, whatever. Like I think of a Southern girl as like blonde, blue eyes, like
No, but they have
creamy
all the
white
fake
skin.
tans.
I know. I don't know why.
fake
Like
tan.
in a dress, very debutante, very
I don't know. A St. Louis girl, I can scope her out from.
St. Louis
St.
girl.
Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis for some reason. It's like I don't know. I cannot pinpoint what it is. They have a certain look that
Really?
every single time if I see like somewhere, I go, I'll bet you $100 it's a St. Louis girl. It's always St.
How
Louis
often do you
girl.
run into
Yeah,
St.
I
Louis
was saying, I don't know
people?
if I've ever.
No, it's like it will be on Instagram. Like somebody will like post. It used to be, I guess, in college. Like somebody would like post
Yeah.
a
Did a lot of St.
friend,
Louis people go to
like,
USC?
No.
you just have.
I guarantee this happened once.
No. This happened. And my sister said the same thing. She goes, I don't know what it is.
I just know.
I'm pretty sure, didn't we proclaimed like St. Louis, Missouri, like the worst place in the world, right?
St. Louis was tough.
Yeah,
Why?
Missouri. But like, I remember we said on the podcast even like Missouri like is the worst state in the union. People got mad about that.
Did you?
Maybe
Did we
it's
go
just me.
together?
No, because I don't think
Yeah.
I've been. Have I been there? You went
No,
with YP.
I've been for
I
the
didn't
Stanley
go-
Cup.
yeah, I didn't go for that.
I remember I tweeted at like 9 p.m. I was like, "Is there a fucking convenience store here?" And all my replies were like, "Dude, you're still outside. I'd go inside."
oh
I was like, "What the fuck are you talking? Can't be outside
really?
at 9 o'clock."
Yeah.
It was like 9 o'clock on a Monday night. Like I'd get back to the hotel.
I would say, but like it's the way you talk. It's probably the way you even like carry yourself. We don't even realize it. I don't know. I just think of girls in the South as very hoity-toity, girly.
Yeah.
And girls up here, like Jackie will like break your neck.
So you think I'm cutthroat?
Yeah.
So I'm a badass. Thank you.
You got such a big smile for that. You're like, I'm breaking neck. Yeah.
I do. Like, if somebody calls me a badass, like, I never get called a badass. But not like badass, but like kind of cutthroat.
There's this
like
guy
New York,
on
like,
Love Island who calls his girl, he's always like, "You're a bad man." And he's got that accent. And I was like, oh, if I was a chick, I'd love that. I'm a bad man.
That is, I think that might be the best not that. I think one time somebody told me I carry myself well, and that is the best compliment I think like anyone's ever received.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely
I don't know
carry
what the fuck he was talking about.
Thank you. I give myself that compliment basically right now. But
one time this guy said that, right? That's me, right? Yeah.
No, but anyways.
But yeah, as far as what's it called, stereotypes, like
it's just, it's not even a northern thing or a northeast thing. I've become very acclimated with New York. It is a late night and a convenience thing, and nowhere else.
Yeah, like just being able to walk outside and go across the street and get what you need. You can do that like anywhere you live in New York.
5 minutes.
Yeah, maximum.
I actually
like more often, like 5 minutes would be a lot. You know what I mean?
I know
like,
people always roll their eyes, and I wouldn't do it, but like, you know, people make a big deal out of bodegas, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have anywhere we can get a sandwich, and
really don't though.
Not in the
like
same way.
You can go to like a gas station. You can go to like an official deli, but these things that are open all the time that have all the shit you need. It's like I need to like roll a blunt, get some food, get, you know, a snack, and pick up like toilet paper or whatever. You know, it's like you can do that. You can't really do that in a lot of other places.
You can go to CVS, but you gotta get in your car and drive 10 minutes or whatever. It's literally 24 steps.
A lot of what I hate about those are things that I wish were not like me. It's like I wish I was different.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I don't like that about you guys, but you guys should stay the way you are, and I'm the asshole. So.
I'll work on my.
Yeah. All right, last one.
Yo, what's up, KFC, Fights, Jackie, the whole gang.
I mean, talking about
I just
stereotypes.
wanted to bring up something that kind of bothers me that I think is completely pointless, but automatic flushing toilets, bro. Those shits are so inconvenient. It makes no sense to me. They say that they're more sanitary because you don't have to flush the fucking toilet or whatever. But the thing is, bro, is like I'm literally putting my ass cheeks on the same fucking toilet that you just put your ass cheeks on. So how sanitary is that? And I'm not one of those people. I'm not pulling out the toilet paper, putting like the artificial seat, like I don't got time for that. Like I'm trying to take a shit. But with these automatic toilets, bro, some of them are fine. You know, you sit down, do your business, you get up, it flushes, whatever. But a lot of them are really fucking sensitive. And so I'm sitting in a public bathroom, and each time I adjust myself, it's just flushing automatically. Like it feels any movement, it just flushes. So just now I was in a Wendy's, they had one of those, nobody was in there, but if I was in a place where people were in there, and every single time I move around it's fucking flushing, they just think I'd be shitting a lot, and I do be shitting a lot, but not like that much, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I think it's completely pointless. I hate it. My question, or a question that I have is, what do you think are the most pointless inventions that are supposedly supposed to be more efficient, more sanitary, just overall make things easier, but in reality they just fucking don't? The automatic fucking toilet is, I fucking hate it, man. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought.
Stop.
Well, the Bluetooth technology is one, like wireless is a good thing. But certain wireless things, I mean, I've been team wire for my headphones forever, and I always will be.
Yeah.
The AirPods are not it, and I think that's a good one. It's very frivolous and extra and not necessary, and you need to charge it, and it's one more thing that can go dead, one more thing that you can lose easier. That would probably be the one for me. Yeah, but I definitely have a couple others where I'm like, you think you're making this easier,
QR codes. While we're on with QR codes, outdoor dining, I'm done with that. That's crazy.
Why? What?
Outdoor dining? Just like
Why?
do you want to sit outside?
It's just like, I mean, outdoor dining, like New York outdoor dining right now, how it is, like with the shacks on the street.
That's still a thing.
Like I like I know like we're trying to replicate like European plazas and stuff like that. It's just not the same. It's 10 million degrees out. There's fucking fire trucks and shit. Garbage. It's so loud. It's not in a plaza where people are just walking by. It's fucking like whenever they're going inside or outside, I'm like, put me inside.
You're also gonna get asked for money 4 times.
Yeah. Europe has like scenery that's like I want to be out. It enhances the experience. New York, I mean, sitting outside in New York is nuts.
It was very nice Like it was nice during COVID, and it was. But I think that served its purpose. I think.
we can go back to not eating in shacks.
I ate one a few weeks ago, and a rat was just like on the garbage
Yeah,
can right next to it. I was
exactly.
eating. I was like, "This is awful." I
Yeah,
wanna be inside.
nobody wants that. Unnecessary.
My issue with automatic toilets is the opposite issue of his. It's when they don't flush and you're just dancing in front of it. And
You're waving,
fucking,
you're kicking.
I don't know
Yeah.
what else can I do here. Like fucking.
You're fucking doing dance moves and shit.
I'll like try and surprise it. I'll like get out of the way and pop back in. And I was like, no, I didn't get it either. It's fucking,
Somebody should like put a hidden camera there and fuck with you.
So then I just fucking run out.
Dude, I think a lot of stuff in cars nowadays. The anti-drifting lanes, that's stupid.
Bro, I took a picture of this actually.
Even like I think Tesla's being all like electrical and like the other day, this kid needed to move his car and he couldn't just like throw the keys. So he had to like, because he had his like fingerprints set as the thing, and he had to go move the car for him, and it was like, well, that's stupid. Yeah. So I'm sure it's like these are things that are good but not really necessary.
I can't find it. It was very recent. I took this picture, but I got in an Uber, and a lot of Teslas or Ubers, and it was cool. And if the feature is just to be cool, fine, whatever. But like, who was that for? The Tesla screen where it's like, here's all the cars around you. Yeah, I got eyes.
Yeah.
Why do I need a whole screen of what's around me?
I guess if you're doing auto driving, maybe you want to be able to see that. Well,
but is the auto driving even still a thing yet? Like, does anyone even does auto driving even work?
Yeah,
for like in a regular Tesla. I know
really yet.
It was just like this fucking big screen of like, there's a car up here on the right. Yeah, I fucking see the car, dude. It seems wildly unnecessary.
Yep.
The Tesla doors are like really embarrassing to come out of.
Yeah.
And they don't like work.
Open them, like
you have to push that thing to come out. I've seen that where it's gotten frozen and you can't really.
Hands work.
Yeah, you can't. I think you might have seen it. One time we were on the road and I was like, I can't get in the car. I was like, how do you fucking do it?
I just thought about this when I was kind of off topic when I was walking home this week, and I just hear like right outside my apartment this guy go, yo, come over here. He's like trying to park his car. He's like, did I hit it? He's like driving this like beat up old truck, and there's an Audi behind him. And I go look, I'm like, bro, you could not be more inside this other car. Like the back of his car was like a foot into the Audi. Like, did I hit it? I'm like, you're good. Just go behind. And I let him go. Thank you so much.
I don't want to ruin this guy's. Didn't we want to do? You said you wanted to do Ryan Reynolds, right? But we didn't do that on the podcast.
Yeah,
what?
No, it was fake.
It was fake.
So many people commented.
Oh yes.
I posted it being like, yo, this is gonna be a fucking viral thing.
Yeah.
And the very first comment was like, I've heard that before from someone else.
Yeah.
And I called John. I was like, did we get? I mean, at this point, we got to call it getting pavsed. Sorry, you got two on your jacket right now. It's getting pavsed.
What was the other one? What did I do?
The homeless guy getting fucked on the bench, or the homeless guy fucking the guy on the bench.
No, that was real.
No, it's not.
I heard that same story from my friend.
Why didn't you guys tell me this?
I thought we did.
I thought we did.
Yeah,
No. I've seen the video.
I think you saw.
But
video.
I think that's the
Okay.
yeah.
That's the video.
Yeah.
So, but it
Or
did
either
happen.
that, or there was a serial homeless man fucking people. No, that's
Oh
a
no,
fake
we
one.
know this kid.
Everybody. Are you sure you like?
Actually, not because
Yeah.
I don't know if he went to Miami or Indiana. I don't know. Yeah. There's a couple.
Okay, but it probably does stem from somewhere.
I'm sure
and then,
something like that
Yeah.
happened. I mean, that's a pretty extreme one. It was streaming on Instagram Live and all that stuff.
I saw that video. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
deny.
so I just watched a guy fuck a regular guy?
You just watch some weird porn, bro. That's what you watch. As soon as like I had said to John, like we started to talk through it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that guy would lie to him. And I was like, yeah, he would. He was like, sit down, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know who you were. He probably walked back to his group of friends. He's like, I did the Ryan Reynolds thing again. It's like the wet bandits in Home Alone. You did it again, didn't you? Why do you do that? You're an asshole. You told that guy he's gonna think it's a real story. He's gonna tell his friends. They're gonna say it on a podcast. They're gonna look stupid. Why do you always do that? Yeah, that was a tough one because I was thinking, that,
But it's
like,
not
Ryan-
even a tough one. Like, if someone told me that, I'd
I would
believe it. I'd be like,
I
"No
love finding
way."
new ones. I think you were the one who
Yeah.
told
I had
us
heard
that
Pavs's,
that Pavs's
yeah.
was fake.
Yeah.
So you always got to hear like the next generation of people who are like, I've heard that one before. So it's through no fault of your own. But now that you got twice, you can't have a third one. If you have a third strike, you're also fired from that too. You're like, you can't be the fake story guy. That you're like J-Mac is Pavsing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was a good one because it was like those things are always just believable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
no, it never crossed my mind. Even when Kevin called me, I was like, nah, it's got to be like one comment. There's no way that's fake.
Yeah.
And then it
like
seems like it
who
might be
makes
fake.
that up? Unless I think it's like Jackie says, it's rooted like there definitely was a guy who hit a mailbox and it had been cemented in, and he probably said, "Oh my god, I felt like I broke my arms."
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean. And then it snowballs. But it's like if you we should try to make one up. We should try to do that. Try to get a story to go viral. That's like Jackie comes in and tells some, her version of the cannibal thing. People would believe that. Oh, believe all women.
Yeah.
It's always believe all women. So you gotta tell some story that's completely. Don't even tell us. Come, start thinking about it. Be like, the craziest thing happened to me this weekend, and see if you can get the internet to believe it, and then be like, it's a lie, bitches. Because if you could do that, by the way, the podcast will go viral. It's good for business if you start lying and then just be like, yeah, I was lying about it.
But then I lose all credibility. Like now, any story I tell, people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, that's the fake one."
That's a good point.
But you got to do is like two truths and a lie. You got to have a couple crazy stories, and then a couple ones that are not, and be like, I don't know which one is it.
All right.
Don't pull a Pavs. All right. All good? All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.